call this Bang Bang. Seriously? I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up. Pull up, bitch. I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up.
Objection. Objection.
I will fuck you up. KO. Bang bang. I will fuck you up. You're a bitch, bro. I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up. Right?
Yeah.
The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up. The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up. Right?
Yeah.
The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up. The bang bang, the bang bang.
Witness, please.
Yes, Your Honor, the Commonwealth will call Trooper Michael Proctor to the stand. Please state your name and spell your last name for the jury.
Michael Proctor, 𝗵𝗃𝗍𝗄𝗏.
You're a bitch, bro. I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up.
I'm going to allow it.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up.
I'm going to allow it.
Welcome to the weekend live show.
508 is where I'm from.
We run down the biggest stories of the week with you every Saturday night. Let us know in the comments right now where you reppin'.
𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗺𝗃 Junction, Taunton, Worcester, Long Island, Manchog, South Florida, Webster, Malden, Framingham, Tucson, Wichita, Billerica, Salem, Gloucester, Moosop, Connecticut, Charleston, South Carolina, Roslindale, Moosop, Connecticut, London, Hanson, Glendale, Arizona, Lynn, Mapleville, Quincy.
Food stamps, leave your clothes, buddy, and then we're
You a funny ass guy, man.
Have you ever heard of Turtleboy? Yeah? Are you a fan?
508 is where I'm from.
Hey, what's up?
508 is where I'm from.
How was that?
You a freaking idiot. Stop telling people that I'm mentally deranged and stupid.
Call me Aidan. He's not a doctor, but...
Get out of my store, please.
You're a fucking loser.
You are a loser.
You're not a journalist. You're nobody.
You're not turtle hair. Don't make such fun of the criminal justice system.
NFL on the house, blog that.
Let's get this party started.
Yo, what's up, people? How's everyone doing tonight? Good? Good? Excellent. Welcome to the live show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aidan Kearney. You can call me a variety of nicknames if you'd like, if you're new here. If you're not new here, you probably already know the nicknames. We're just going to say them anyway. You can call me Journalism Jesus if you're spiritual. You can call me 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗺𝗃 Kearney if you're a true crimer, because that's my true crime name. You can call me Turtleboy. Some people call me Turtleboy. You can call me Uncle Turtleboy. You can call me, what else can you call? Oh, yeah, you can call me Dr. Turtleboy. It's actually my preferred pronoun of choice. You can call me Daddy. I can understand for some people that'll be a little bit weird. But for others, it might be playful and fun and flirtatious. Whatever you want. You can call me Fridge Daddy. You can call me, I don't know why I crack up with that. You can call me, what other, Crowd Daddy, Theater Daddy, all the daddies, whatever you call it. I don't care what you call me. Just be here every Tuesday and Saturday night at 9 p.m. and make sure you smash that subscribe button for me, right? Go do it right now. How many subscribers we got right now? I've only lost like 600 in the last month. That's not bad. No shit. Okay. Okay, we're down to 163,331. We got that up to 375 at the end of the last show. All right. And then we lost like 40 some more. I'm losing followers like left or right. I don't care. Just be very clear. I don't care. It was expected that this would happen because I start sharing my thoughts on things outside of Karen Reed. And next thing people are like, what? I didn't know you felt this way about this topic, Turtleboy. I didn't know you felt this way about Charlie Kirk. I didn't know you felt this way about AOC or Ilhan Omar. I didn't know you felt this way, Turtle. I'm unsubscribing, God damn it. And then they like rage unsubscribe. Like, I wish I could hit it multiple times. But if you hit it multiple times, you'll actually resubscribe. So don't do that. And so they just leave. And you know what? I don't care. Like those, I never wanted them anyway. Like I was ashamed that they ever subscribed in the first place. Like they were fake followers. It was like an inflated number. Like I don't want them. They weren't meant for this. You can't, if you're the kind of person that you always have to agree with everything I say to subscribe to my channel, then you're a fucking loser and I don't want you. Get out of here. Plus, they're going to watch anyway. We all know that. We just got 5 new subs, just like that. Look at, we got 2,500 people watching right now. Go hit the sub. Come on, let's get it up to, we get it to 164. I've been trying to get 164 forever. What are we at right now? We just lost one. One of you guys unsubscribed. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. So anyway, so that's that. If you guys want to have your messages read out loud on my program tonight, on my YouTube presentation, you can go ahead and you can click on the link at the top for Turtle Chat. You do that, you can write any message that you want, and then you can I'll read it out loud to the class. You just got to pay up. The chances are, like, some of them are a little bit, I might not read, like stuff that gets like a little too personal, like that stuff that doesn't involve me, just me at least. I'm not talking. Like I listened to the 𝗫𝗄𝗄 program. I was listening to his YouTube presentation prior to this one. And yeah, it just says, we're just like normal moms. People are asking about the shirt. And by the way, I gave away so many, I sold so many shirts at the Wilbur performance, all my old shirts that I've like worn during the show. I didn't think I could sell old clothing, but apparently I can. People will buy whatever if it's Turtleboy. They fucking love it. So yeah. Anyway, I was listening to the 𝗫𝗄𝗄's YouTube presentation, and somebody called up and asked a rather personal question about my life. And the reaction from the 𝗫𝗄𝗄 was great. He was like, what the fuck? But anyway, it's just one of those things. It's like, what am I fucking, this is Brad and Angelina? Like, what the fuck? What is this? What the fuck? I've just never had anyone care about me that much to ask that. That's kind of weird. But anyway, yeah. So, I mean, it's like, I have nothing against the lady. I'm sure she's a wonderful woman, but it's just, they definitely asked the wrong guy. They asked the wrong guy about that. He was not having it, he was not having it, but okay. So what else is I going to say? All right, cool. So let me just start with some turtle chats here to get the ball rolling here. It's been a week since the Wilbur. Right, still riding the high off of that. We're talking to Jimmy. We need to set up another one soon. We need another Wilbur. I was thinking that in like maybe right before Christmas, like a Turtleboy Christmas special, something to that effect. I think that would be cool. We definitely need to do another one now that I know how to do it. And I'm just like, we're gonna have tons of fun. But all right, let's see what we got here. Today's September 20th, right? All right. We got Celine from Seattle sends $114. It's a random number. And a big one too, a number I like. And she goes, here's to show support as I wasn't able to attend the Wilbur event due to logistics. To hear the audio of the 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃 posse stalking you and your children and arresting you at their bus stop was heartbreaking. God bless the Kearneys, and it's wonderful seeing your fellow podcast friends airing the motion too. Yes, my podcast friends. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I still can't believe that those Delta Force motherfuckers that like showed up at my kid's bus stop and we're like on the radio, like that whole, if you guys haven't heard that radio transmission, just listen to it and just be like, this is what they do for people who make comments on YouTube that they don't like. Like it's just insane. It's just insane. And you got to give it up. Props to BLT. All right. BLT got the body cam footage of the Karen Reed first arrest at our house. Never before seen. See, that I told him, I feel like I'm a good influence on BLT. I'm like, go do some. That was my advice to him. It's like, Go do some original reporting. You know what I mean? Find something cool that no one else has. And he did it. I mean, that's that, right? I mean, you got to give props, credit where credit's due. That was a good video. I'd never seen that before. I was intrigued. Him and Nan Gallagher, my girl Nan. So it was nice to see that. So it was cool. I mean, I've just seen all those creeps like in one room together. It's just fucking freaky, man. It's just, they give me the chills, Anyway, all right, cool. So let me read some more. This is from Patricia, sends $5 and goes, who exactly gets to see all the redacted parts of the mega motion? And will this be the judge's first time seeing all this evidence? Yes, this will be Judge Doolin's first time seeing all this. So there's a lot for him to read, obviously. It's a lot to catch up on. But that's why we wanted like links in there and just receipts and ready to go, because there was a lot, boy. There was a lot. And we wanted to make it clear we can back everything that we're saying up. And that puppy took a long time to put together. And shout out to Olivia Lambo, obviously, for helping out immensely with that, right? Couldn't do this without her. So she's been a huge addition to the team. All right, cool. And to answer the other part, who gets to see the redacted parts? My legal defense team does, and so does the prosecution and the judge. Hopefully, when this is all said and done, other people will get to see it too. But let me see. You guys see Sue O'Connell's tweet? This pissed me off. What's wrong with her? Sometimes I like Sue, and then sometimes she's silly. Let me bring up Sue's tweet here. Where'd it go? Oh, this was it. Okay. So Sue O'Connell addressed why she hasn't covered the Turtleboy story. Because, again, she was all over the Kearney case, as was the rest of the Boston media. And then with my case, they're just like, see ya. Like, I worked with these people, like, every day. And it's like, it's a big case. I don't care who you are. The arrest was big news, was it not? The indictment was like huge news. It was all over the media. Everyone was talking about it. Turtleboy's in handcuffs. Oh yeah. He went to jail, all this stuff. And it's like, so are we not pretend? You guys were all there when I was arrested, right? Like, so clearly this is newsworthy. But now when we've got the goods, when we're like, oh, actually, this whole fucking thing was a crazy setup between Tully, Mello, Morrissey, and something called Krusty Panties. Yeah, they're just like, they say this. This is what they say then. All right. So Sue O'Connell says, why I haven't weighed in on the Aidan Kearney charges. I've been asked why I haven't commented on the charges. Here's where I stand. There's a good chance I'll be assigned to cover this trial, just like I did with Cameron Reed, and will do with the upcoming Brian Walsh case. My job assignment is crystal clear. React to what happens in the courtroom, not the pretrial filings. Stop right there. Okay, stop right there. So there's a good chance I'll be assigned to cover this trial. So number one, what if it never makes it to trial? Because it's a lot. I don't think this is ever going to make it to trial. But what happens? Is it not newsworthy if it doesn't go to trial? I mean, the mere fact that a journalist has been arrested and is being put through this is you don't have any intellectual curiosity as to why this is happening. Like, that doesn't pique your interest and say, like, oh yeah, I'd like to read more about this and figure out why is this guy that I worked with every day for like 3 months during the trial, who didn't seem like such a bad bloke, and why is he facing all these years in jail? I'd like to read more about that and find more about that. She's like, nope. She's basically saying, unless I'm assigned it, like, so basically her corporate masters tell her, you're going to go to the Kearney case and go there. and then you sit there and tell us what happened. You tweet about it, and that's it. That's journalism? That's crazy to me. Then she says, my job assignment is crystal clear. React to what happens in the courtroom, not the pretrial filings or motions. Well, I got news for you, Sue. And again, this is no hard feelings or anything, but it's not just filings. This stuff is argued in court. Like, we have court dates too. And we're going to be talking all about this Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be a big day in court for this, man. You guys know how big it is, right? You understand what a big deal is, but like, they don't. That's the part I don't understand. It's like, okay, if it's not a big deal, if I'm like a nobody and this doesn't matter, then why were they so interested in my arrest? Why were they there when I was arrested? I'm just a guy who was arrested, right? I'm just another guy who was arrested. I'm nothing special. I'm no big deal. So why were you all there? Why did you care about some random guy getting arrested for witness intimidation? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. And she goes, she's a commentator, not a journalist. It's like, oh, even better. So let's hear your thoughts on this, right? That's what a commentator would do. Share your thoughts. What do you think about it? What do you think, especially as someone whose job is dependent on the First Amendment? Like, their job, the First Amendment matters more to commentators or journalists more than anyone. So like, it's not me that's on trial. It's the First Amendment that's on trial. Like, does the First Amendment give us the right to say these things? Yes, of course it does. But Massachusetts police are saying, no, it doesn't. So what's up with that? And it's almost like just the intrigue of it all too. Like, bro, he got arrested by the same police that he was accusing of covering up a murder. And then Sue watched the trial twice, and it only reconfirmed confirmed how scummy these guys are. And like, you don't have an intellectual curiosity to try to figure that out, like learn more, like you just whatever. Like, what else is going on? I mean, she won't shut up about Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel's not going to jail. That's what Alan Jackson said on his interview with Billy Bush the other day too. It's like, Jimmy Kimmel's not going to jail. Like, he's just not on a TV show anymore. We can argue all day about whether or not that's right or wrong, whether or not it's government over abuse, whatever. I'm not here to argue that, right? What I'm saying is, what happened to me is objectively a million times of a bigger threat to the First Amendment than what happened to Jimmy Kimmel. Because Jimmy Kimmel wasn't arrested. Jimmy Kimmel's not going to jail. Jimmy Kimmel's like freedom isn't on the line. He's a millionaire who is no longer going to be on a TV show that no one watches. Because let's be honest, I mean, him and Colbert have politicized late night television. Like, that show in the 90s, when I was the late night show when I was a kid, I didn't know what Jay Leno or David Letterman's politics were. I didn't know. That was the whole point. They were just funny and they cracked jokes and they were easygoing. Now it's just the new late night TV show. They're only trying to cater to half of the country. The other half of the country, they have no interest in them. They don't want them watching the show. They don't care if they watch the show. They only want one half of the show, one half of the country. So like, who cares who cares if he's not on there? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. But to be clear, I mean, I made a post about this the other day, and to be clear about this, like, if I'm being perfectly honest about this, right? If I'm being straight up, gun to my head, I have to be consistent about this, right? If ABC just fired him on their own and we're like, okay, Jimmy Kimmel, your ratings suck. You're boring. You're predictable. You say the same shit every time. All right. Can't get more bitches on trampolines out here. Then you were funny and do blackface Karl Malone. That shit was at least funny. Okay. That I could understand if they said something like that, right? Because that's like the free market saying you suck and you're fired, right? Because you're not bringing in the ratings like we used to. But it appears as if they were pressured to do this by the FCC, and that's the government. And so, like, how can I possibly say that's a good thing as somebody who advocates for the First Amendment? I mean, I'd be the biggest hypocrite in the world if I was like, yeah, that's a good thing, actually. You know, even though I don't like Jimmy Kimmel, I don't find him funny. I find he's just a liberal comedian that is predictable and not that funny. So like as a First Amendment guy, like as somebody who values the First Amendment very much, how would I not be a hypocrite if I came out and was like, yes, I actually think it's a good thing that the FCC is urging television shows to take off comedians who make fun of the president. How could I possibly be anything but a hypocrite if I said that? Could anybody explain that one to me? And I don't like Jimmy Kimmel. I don't watch the stupid show. I don't think he's funny. Okay. And that's it. But how can I possibly come on the show and talk about, oh, First Amendment, this and that, and also say that, yeah, it's actually a good thing when the federal government pressures private corporations to take people off television because they don't like the things that they say. Right. And yeah, what Jimmy Kimmel said about the guy who killed Charlie Kirk was untrue. It was not true. He said he was MAGA. That's just not true. That's a lie. But guess what? You're allowed to lie. Okay. Lying is not a crime. And if you know what the remedy for lying is? The truth. That's it. If somebody lies, you just tell the truth and then you make them look stupid. And then that's it. So that's how I feel about that. I think I would be a massive hypocrite if I thought it was a good thing. However, I also understand where the right is coming from, because I think they would be more honest if they just said this is about revenge. I would respect that more. If they're like, yeah, we realize that this is a gross, that this is us weaponizing the government for our interests because this is war and they started it. I could agree with that. Like I could be like, well, that makes sense. Actually, that's like, I understand where you're coming from, because like, let's face it, they kicked Trump off of fucking social media, and they kicked, what else did they do? I got kicked. There was a purge of like people like me on social media. I wasn't allowed on Twitter for like 2.5 years. Lost all my Facebook pages. Been demonetized on YouTube. All this stuff. Why? Because I didn't like. Because I said negative things about the vaccine and masks. The masks. Don't even get me started on the masks. Right. And yeah, I thought that was stupid. I thought that shit was stupid. Okay. And I said so. And there was a purge of people like us from social media, but not because the social media companies were like, you're bad, but because the government was telling the social media companies, you need to kick these people off, right? You need to get rid of this person. And people like me, like people on the right for years have been canceled for like tweets from 2013 and 2012 and stuff like that. Right. And booted. And so like, we've been through this ringer. My people, we've been through this. We've been through the censorship phase. And, when you do that to people, when you censor them, don't be surprised that when they get power, when they do the same to you. That's why censorship's dangerous, right? So like, no one should be censoring. The Democrats shouldn't be censoring. The Republicans shouldn't be censoring. No one should be censoring. Right. I disagree with that 1000%. Any form of censorship like that. Right. But like, you can't do it when you're in power and then expect them not to do it when they get in power. But at the same time, I would respect conservatives a lot more if they just came out and said it. Yeah, we are completely full of shit. We have no principles. We don't really give a shit about the First Amendment. This is war, motherfucker. Like government, like you're not a murderer if you kill someone in war, right? It's like, that's just how it's played, right? See, you guys bombed Pearl Harbor. Yeah, we're going to blow shit up. Yeah, we're a peaceful country, but we're going to fucking bomb the fuck out of Dresden and Hiroshima because you guys started that shit. Sorry. That's how it works. I would have more respect if people just said that, if we were just honest about what this was. I also think it's kind of a good thing, because now the left can see that censorship is actually bad. It's actually bad, right? Because like they were cheering it on when it was happening to people who weren't them. And now that it's happening to them, they're like, actually, this is bad. And I'm like, well, and you can't understand that until it happens to you. till it happens to your people. So now, hopefully, I know this is not going to happen, but I think hopefully we can have some sort of détente here where we're like, look, now you guys got a taste of it, right? Can we have some sort of pact? I feel like we need some sort of like written agreement, right? Moving forward, all right, that we all sign. And we just say, no more canceling, no matter who's in power, okay? No, if you're in power, you can't use the government to cancel our people. And when we're in charge, we can't use the government to cancel your people. And we hash it out. I don't know how it would work. I don't know how this contract will work, but there needs to be some sort of contract like that says, look okay. Yeah. Okay. Actually, you guys, I can see now. And I feel the same way about my witness intimidation charges. I kind of want more people to be charged with witness intimidation. You know why? Because it shows how ridiculous this is. Like that rubber ducky shit was actually good for me. Because it showed how ridiculous this is, right? It turned it into a huge joke. Like, oh, bro, you're scared of rubber duckies? That's what I'm saying. If I was the only one charged with witness intimidation, then less people would think, because a lot of people, some people don't like me, believe it or not, even though I'm very charming. Some people don't like me. And so they saw like I was charged and they're like, yeah, well, he's kind of an asshole. So maybe he deserves it. But like it starts happening to, random moms and grandmas out on lunch dates to see if McCarthy's over rubber duckies. And we start realizing that's a problem. Like the young jerk says, that rubber ducky rebellion. It's a rubber ducky rebellion. But it was good. Like that shit was good for me. The Canton 9 was good for me. The more it highlighted how bad this is and how this law, actually the problem is in Turtleboy. The problem is the law and the application of the law. So there's that. Anyway, back to Sue here. She was on a roll. She goes, that means I deliberately haven't reviewed the material. I mean, who says that as a reporter? Like, I deliberately have not paid attention. Okay. I don't want to learn more about this. Period. That also means I can't offer you an informed opinion without doing my homework. So I'm doing my job. So her job is to not work, basically. Her job is to like not read. That's basically what she's saying is like, my job is like, I like to show up for trials and have no fucking clue what's going on and do no research whatsoever. Okay. The First Amendment, let's see. Here's the other piece. I've been working with my colleagues on one of his cases. Ooh, I think that's the FOIA that they did for the Kate Peters. Remember we saw in the Morrissey emails that NBC did a FOIA for all Kate Peters communications, helping gather information, interviewing subjects, etc. That means since I'm working more in the role as a reporter, I absolutely cannot comment on those matters until they're resolved. Okay. First Amendment case that make it to trial, ? They're rarely black and white. Oh, Sue, no. See, that's why you need to read up on this, Sue. This is very black and white. This is actually an easy one. And you'll be shocked to see what happens. The speech usually sits in some murky gray area, which is exactly why these cases are complicated. Understanding not just what the evidence shows, but how that evidence was collected, that's essential. Yes. Wait till you find out how the evidence in my case was collected, Sue. Crusty panties. The woman who like fucking shits on you all the time. Her. Yeah, that one. Oh my God. And to everyone asking me to weigh in early, consider this. What if my take isn't what you're expecting? Well, I think it would be, because I know I've met Sue and I find her to be somewhat reasonable. And so I don't think any reasonable person could possibly conclude that I'm anything but not guilty. And not only that, completely innocent. What if it actually works against whatever outcome you're hoping for? What if my opinion gets dragged into the trial testimony, but not in the way that helps your side? Interesting. Bottom line, I don't know if Kearney's actions constitute protected speech. They do. It's so easy. He is being granted his right to due process. Am I really? I mean, this is why you need to read up on the case. I'm actually not being granted my rights to due process because they're hiding discovery from me. They've been doing it for quite some time. That's not due process. When I see all the evidence presented properly in court, which will happen Wednesday, or read Mega Motion, when we learn more about how the investigation was conducted in Mega Motion, then I'll have an opinion worth sharing. Until then, I'm doing what good opinion journalists are supposed to do, waiting for the facts before commenting. Like, the facts are out there. Like, what the? Oh my God. I just can't. I don't even know. She was better off saying nothing. Okay. All right. Anyway, so there, that's that. Real profile on Kurt. But again, when I saw that response like that, it's like, see that, Sue? That's why I'm killing it right now. That's why I'm selling out the Wilbur. That's why it was better that Jimmy was my co-host at the Wilbur instead of Sue. Can you imagine how different that show would have been? Can you just imagine how different that show would have been? I wanted the Wilbur was like, had heard Sue was their idea, but luckily NBC was like, no, they wouldn't let her do it. But this is what enables me to be so successful, is that no one else in the media wants to do it. No one else wants to talk about the facts that everyone else wants to hear about, though. That's the thing. It's like, aren't you guys capitalists? Don't you want to give your audience what they want to hear? This is what your audience is interested in. They're interested in, now that the Karen Reed story is over, they're interested in the Karen Reed corollary, right? The Turtleboy story. All right. And there's that. It would have been like the AVs to the 7th interview. Stop. Stop it. Yeah, that would have been so different, dude. I don't know if there would have been a roast with that, Will. I don't know. Okay. Next. Turtle chat we got here. Brittany sends $10, goes, hi, Turtleboy. I want to ask about the fake victims contempt motion. Has Cosgrove or Doolin said anything about it? I don't know. Actually, Cosgrove has. Doolin's a judge, so he wouldn't have said anything. Oh, the contempt motion, not the contempt one. So she's not even allowed to file motions. Like, she's not a prosecutor. She can't ask for me to be held in contempt. It's just crazy. Also, look carefully at the episode transcript, especially for episode 807, because she lies about some things. For example, you were talking about Kim Fair crying about the Wilbur show, but she seems like you were talking about her. Oh, I didn't know that. Also, she says you read out Cellbrite messages, but you were reading Glamour Suze's tweets. Oh, interesting. Jason was wrong as hell for this. He what? Jason? I hope you do not get into any trouble for this. Oh, because Jason published her thing. So yeah, if you guys didn't see this, and I went over this the other night in a sex cult. So the fake victim has filed a motion to hold me in contempt. She wants and put me in jail for 90 days. She wants me back in jail for 90 days. Shocking. That's like her life goal is to put me in jail. She also wants 20 grand in fines, and more money from the court. And oh yeah, she also says we can't use her cell phone extraction at trial. So this is like, it's insane, just an insane motion. Why? Because there was as you guys know, we received her phone, her complete phone from Brian Tully in April of 2024. I got it and I'm like, oh my God. And I published several aspects of it online because it was filled with exculpatory evidence showing that I was set up, right? This whole thing was a plot to set me up starting on December 9th and culminating on Christmas Eve, right? The whole thing was a setup. Microdots is going to put out an amazing video on this. You're going to see it. So, so we got their phone and then she found out about it and she was crying to Mello and all these other people and filing her own motions. And 8 months later, Judge Krupp, he had some sort of order saying that we had to give the phone back to her and delete all copies of the phone. Okay, but we'd already seen it for 8 months and I've shared it publicly. Like, it's out there for the world to see. I can't put the genie back in the bottle, right? And so Jason Broyles, who goes by Haley Walbrecht on Twitter, apparently has a copy of the phone and he's being sued by her, and that pissed him off, I think. And he published, right? He published her whole phone. He just published it all. Everything. And a lot of people have been sharing it. And so when I saw that happen, I'm like, I had nothing to, I'm like, she's going to blame this on me. I know she's going to blame this on me. I had nothing to do with this. I know she's going to blame this on me. And so she files a motion to hold me in contempt for that, suggesting that I gave it to Jason Broyles to have him do it for me. I did not, to be very clear. That nothing of the sort happened. I swear on everything. And, you know, how can you prove a negative? I never gave it to Jason. Fucking ridiculous. And he's a grown man. He can do whatever he wants. Jason Broyles does not answer to me, and I don't answer to him. All right. He can do whatever he wants with that phone. So I don't blame him for that. I didn't encourage him to do that, but he can do whatever he wants. So she files this motion to hold me in contempt for this and wants me put in jail, and basically says that I gave him the phone or whatever. Well, in the motion though, and it's available on mass courts. Anyone can see it. In the motion, you can click on the fucking phone. She put a link to the phone in the motion. And then she put she goes, and then she says that somebody made a URL like lindsay'sphone.com or something like that. This is what the motion says. I didn't say this. It's like this. She wants people to see it. She's like, somebody made a URL apparently that links to her fucking phone and like all the shit in there. I didn't make that. I didn't even know about that until she put it in the motion. I read about it in the motion. So I'm like, oh, dude. So like, I swear to God, she wants people to see this. It's fucking weird. It's so weird. So anyway, she's suing, you know, you know, it's just insane. I'm like, what? You guys know I go over court documents on the show. It's a fucking court document. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, we're gonna get to her video that she put out today too, because it's interesting. Claire sends $25 and goes, "Happy Saturday. I'm vacationing in the OBX, but had to make sure." What's the OBX? I don't even know. But had to. Oh, is that the Outer Banks? I don't even know. But had to make sure I made time to see my doctor. Excellent. Have a good evening. And as always, let's fucking go. Free Turtleboy. Well, thank you, Claire. Lynn sends $5, goes, "What happened to Neil? And is it true it was Darren Murphy?" So that account is gone. It was taken down. It was not Darren Murphy. That's one thing I can guarantee you. It is not Darren Murphy. It was not other people who were blamed for that. I thought it was Amy DeAngelis. It was not her. It was, and I know who it is, and I'm not talking about it. It was somebody who knows what they did, and I'm disgusted by it. I'm horrified, actually, after reading some of the things that account said about me personally. And it was very hurtful to see that, and sick. And so I was disgusted by that. Let's just put it that way. And no, I'm not going to blow this up and turn this into a whole thing. I just don't ever want to hear from this person again. And I hope they get help, because that's a very, very, very sick obsession that they have with, and to be clear, it's not Meredith. It's not. There was an account that was mocking her for over a year, but also me and Karen Reed and, you know, my legal defense team. And it's just, dude, this is why I don't trust anyone. It's fucking crazy. Anyway, back to this. Wag sends $10, goes, "Listen, Turtle, fuck Billy Napier. I'm getting as drunk as Lindsay and watching you so I don't cry about my Gators." Oh, is he the coach of Florida? Is he the Florida coach? I mean, Florida's got the toughest fucking schedule I've ever seen in my life. It's like the whole, every week they play a top 10 team. Like, it's crazy. So you're going to have a bad year. Bro. Next, Lindsay sends $5. Oh, geez. And says, "Fat as fuck females for free Turtleboy." Fat as fuck females for free Turtleboy. Okay. That bitches love me. There we go. Thanks, Lindsay. Robbie sends $10 and goes, "I just mentioned to my dad this week about how you ran into us on a pier in New York City about 6 years ago. You were going to a Celtics and Nets game. You remember that? Wow. Anyway, here's $10 to your next concession run at a Celtics game." Yeah, we flew to Brooklyn. Like, you can fly out of Worcester to New York for like $100 So we did that. It was the Celtics were playing the Nets. So we just got on a plane from Worcester, jumped. You park right there. I love Worcester Airport. Just fly right to New York, go see the Celtics, get back on the plane, and you're back. It's like a nice little day trip. So there's that. All right, next. Lazy L sends $10 and goes, Turtle, I totally am here for whatever you have to say about Ilhan Omar or AOC. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. I mean, I've shared my thoughts on that. We don't need to get too into that. This is why I'm losing subscribers, right? But I don't really care. All right, next. A few more here, and we'll get started. Megan sends $5 and goes, 𝗵𝗵𝗆. Print this. Yes, we're gonna get to that. You'll get that one soon. Tiffany sends $10 and goes, longtime Turtle Rider, like back from your anonymous days. And I think it's a shame that the McAlberts didn't know that all they needed to do was reach out to Desk Girl and fill out the blog removal form and pick the emoji that described how the article made them feel. Oh, dude, you've been around for a while, Tiffany. We used to have that. We used to get so many complaints. And so on the Facebook page, they would message us and complain. And so this chick, South Shore Turtle Girl, who is just my rock. If you read, I love South Shore. I haven't talked to South Shore Turtle Girl since she left in 2017. She got mad at me and she's gone. But I loved her. She's like, I'm still sad about that. I'm still sad that South Shore Turtle Girl left me and we never talked again. Like she'd send me this angry, like kind of Dear John email that kind of put me in my place because I was a little out of control in 2017. I look back on that. I don't even really disagree with anything that she said, but she really helped build the company up. A lot of people don't know that. Like, so in 2016, I had my own. From 2014 to 2016, I was pretty good. I was building a little base there, whatever. But it was really a Worcester centric crowd I had, which is not Boston. That's where all the people are, right? Worcester is like the smaller market, and for Massachusetts. So then I'm like, I need more bloggers. I need writers to write for me. And so I started like recruiting people from other parts of the state. And so then but it was all anonymous. So like I had North Shore Turtle Babe, and then I had South Shore Turtle Girl, and they would write, there was a Western Mass Turtle Girl. She was great. There was a Merrimack Valley Turtle something. I forget what I named them all. They all had names. And, so she was funny though. She wrote some great stories, South Shore Turtle Girl in 2017. And she started building up a real audience for me. And like, she wrote this one series on the Moms of the South Shore Facebook group, which is chick Ashley Brady. That was like you got to read those stories. It was so good. And then she did the Per Cat Cafe stories, which was fucking even better. Like if you go read those ones. Anyway, so she was Desk Girl. She invented the character of Desk Girl. And when people would message the page and complain, which happened a lot, like all the ratchets, like, yo, why the fuck my name up on your blog? Why you be talking mad shit about me? Who cares if I'm selling my food stamps? Ain't no one else going to use them if I don't be selling them. And so then she would be Desk Girl, and she would respond, and she would just say like, oh, I'm terribly sorry. Would you like the blog removal form? And then she would send them the form. And on the form, they had to explain using emojis how they felt, how the blog made them feel. And then they would just, some of the emojis they would pick, like so mad, like they had to pick a fucking emoji that summed up how they felt about the blog about them, and they were like so mad and they wanted it removed. And then Desk Girl would be like, okay, I'm putting this in the files in the folder, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. It was just great. We call her Abby the Desk Girl. And she had IBS too. She was a whole character. She would just be like, oh, and she talked too much. She would always like share way too much. She would talk about how she was just she couldn't control how much she shit every day. And oh man. So the Desk Girl days, we do need to bring back Desk Girl, Abby the Desk Girl. She was the best. So thank you, Tiffany. All right. Lindsay sends $20. Is everybody fucking named Lindsay? Jesus. Who cares who unfollowed you? We know you are right, unafraid, and ready to battle. Love you, Daddy. Keep it coming. We all love you. Thank you, Lindsay. Appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. Cool. 𝗕𝗏𝗂𝗃𝗍's AIDS test result. What? Says Christmas at the Wilbur, a miracle on 34 Fairview. Let's do it. It's Jimmy, by the way. I know no one else would do that. That's Jimmy. 𝗕𝗏𝗂𝗃𝗍 is a homosexual man from Worcester, who I've written about a couple times. So there's that. All right. Kristen sends $10 and goes, want to see you in person. I'm coming from New Jersey. When is the next get together? The Halloween party. The Halloween party on October 24th will be the next get together in Malden. Although I heard that JFK's got a show in Malden the same night. But that's okay, because, you know, two things can happen at the same time. It's perfectly fine. And we can only fit 200 anyway. So there's that. All right, cool. Next. Deanna sends $25 and goes, all right, it's time to hit the reset button and regroup. No more exposing and attempting to silence random fucking citizens. Let's expose those in power who are working to silence journalists and the public. Should we create a turtleboystandouts.com? Ooh, I like that. Aidan's case is the most important. It affects all of us. Give us the redactions. We paid for them. Let's kick it into high gear and use our voices for something that actually fucking matters. Wednesday, be there. Let's fuck. Oh, I love it, Deanna. I love it. I love you. So you're so awesome. So thank you very much for getting the crowd all fired up there. I love to see it. Kristen sends $17 and goes, I'm a virgin. Well, I have no interest in you then. No, I'm just kidding. This is my first turtle chat. Love you. The $17 is because of the awesome Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. He's pretty awesome. We squished the fish. Lindsay Gattani was drunk in that video. You are a cutie. Oh, wow. And loving the hair. Keep on rocking in the free world. Free Turtleboy. Well, I love it. Well, thank you. That turtle chat was all over the place, Kristen. You went from talking about rocking in the free world to Josh Allen to I'm a virgin and all sorts of stuff. So thank you for the $17. All right, next. Let's see. Kristen sends $10 and goes, doesn't Sue know that you sold out the Wilbur? Go get him this week. It's going to be epic when you come out on top. She might have seen it. I'm surprised the media didn't cover that either. You know, I mean, that's an interesting newsworthy story, no, but I guess they've moved on. The real juke, not the white hen juke, sends $10 and goes, slip and dags. Happy anniversary, you bastards. Okay. Bob sends $10 and goes, NBC 10. Boston made Sue O'Connell their expert election analyst. Watch her prediction the days before the election. Forget politics, rate her competence. Let me guess. She said Trump wasn't going to win. I'm going to guess. That's just a wild guess. Dana sends $10 and goes, what is the deal with Nan? Just spill the tea, Turtle. What do you mean with the deal with Nan? I love Nan. I've seen other people sometimes, you know, I've seen maybe other people don't like her. I've got nothing but good things to say about Nan. See, the thing about me is I only judge people based on how they treat me. Okay. And if you're good to me, then I'm going to be good to you. And Nan Gallagher has been nothing but good to me, and not just financially. I will take when she comes up and just throws $500 at me. I ain't going to say no, but that's not why I like her. I like her because she's respectful and intelligent and insightful. And when I met her, she was very respectful. I hung out with her the night I almost got indicted. You know, we had a good time. We hit it off. I had a nice conversation with her just about life in general. And so I have nothing against Nan. Like, I don't know. Some people might based on their own personal interactions with her, but that's their issue. I can only judge people based on how they treat me. That's my policy in life. You know, I try not to believe it or not, I try not to pile up like lists of people who I don't like and have issues with. Like, I don't like that. It's not fun, you know? And so I'm just not about that. But I do have many people I have issues with, but they earned it. You know, they earned that shit. Nan's done nothing to me, so I have nothing against Nan. I got nothing but love of Nan. So there's that. With that said, here's another tangent. So I think I talked about this the other night, was on Sex Cult. about the Jason Broyles thing. So if you guys don't know Jason Broyles, he runs the 𝗵𝗲𝗄𝗆 account. He's the one that just unleashed the phone stuff, and he's also been reporting on what Lindsay Gattani and 𝗬𝗏 have done to me and others. On it, he's got a little Twitter blog that he publishes, right? And I like Jason. Okay, I think he's a good writer and he's thorough or whatever, right? However, there's apparently on the Twitch-Watt a bunch of people who don't care for him, right? And you know, because Jason, there's a lot of drama on Twitter, and Jason jumps like neck deep in it, you know. And I've told him that before. I'm like, dude, you got to stop, man. This is not healthy. Not healthy. You know, I like him a lot, and again, I'll only treat him how he treats me, and so I like him a lot. But I'm like, this shit's not healthy. All these group chats and whatever. And so I also like 𝗵𝗴𝗃𝗃 Man, who's another Twitter. If you're not on Twitter, you probably don't even know what any of this means. But 𝗵𝗴𝗃𝗃 Man is on Twitter, and he's you know, he's like this guy from Baltimore who I met at the Wilbur show, and you know, he does these Twitter spaces. It's like a live stream, except you can't comment. I don't understand what the point of it is, but it's like a live stream where you can't comment. And he's done some good ones. It's like, it's kind of like drama, like, but it's good drama. It's entertaining drama. Like he done complete takedowns of like Sean in the Gulf, Jen O'Donnell, and 𝗬𝗏𝗄𝗃. He did a good one at 𝗬𝗏𝗄𝗃. And so it's, you know, they're good. And so, you know, he came to me the other day and was like, we're going to do, he goes, you got to watch out for Broyles. Like, he's no good. And I'm like, really? Why not? Like, what do you mean he's no good? And, you know, what is it? What do you mean he's no good? You know, he's shady. He's like, oh, he's a predator. He's, you know, going out, he sends unsolicited dick pics to women. And, you know, because that's not cool. Unsolicited. I'm like, there's an etiquette to this gentleman, right? You can't just be whipping out your dick and sending it and seeing if they're interested. Can't do that. It's not a fishing competition. Okay. You better know. It's like anything. You better know. It better be, you don't even ask. I mean, I'm at the point where you don't even ask. It's just, it's upon request. You know, upon request only. That's it. That way, you know, it's like enthusiastic consent, as they call it. So, you know, if he was doing that, that wouldn't be cool. And that'd be something I'm interested in knowing, because I'd have to distance myself from him if he was doing that a lot. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, can you show me the receipts? I told 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃, and he was like, oh, dude, I got them all. And I got so much shit here. Okay, cool. Let's see him. And he sent me, you know, a receipt of a woman who is, you know, complaining that, I mean, I'll just read it. It's like, I had this one. Let's see. Where'd it go? All right. So like, all right. So basically this person is alleging in this message that, so it's not a mess. It's not a receipt between this alleged victim and Jason Broyles. It's a receipt between the alleged victim and 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃 Man, who's trying to expose Jason Broyles. And it says that basically he flirted with me and he sent dick pics. That's what it says. He flirted with me and then he sent dick pics. So what? I mean, that's it. So you're flirting. I don't know what flirting means. Okay. So can I see, like, what does that mean? Because flirting can mean a lot of things, you know, and I don't see receipts here. It's like, oh, he said he was separated. You know, people started blah, blah, blah. And then it says, I also felt duped because he wasn't attractive once it all came out. She didn't even know what he looked like. So it's like, and then she sees a picture of him and she's like, yeah, I'm not attracted to him. Okay. That's not. So if it was so if it was Tom Brady sending you dick pics, would it be that's not a predator. Like this is some fake Me Too shit. I'm like, and I'm not down with that. So I told him, I'm like, you got to send me some sort of receipts. And now he's getting all lippy with me today. 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗧𝗏, man. I thought we were cool, brother. He sends me this long message today telling me that, like, you know, oh, he called himself like a 4-star general or some shit. You know, I'm like, okay, he left me this like angry voicemail telling me like, oh, bro, I don't even know what he was saying. Like crazy. He was all mad. I was all pissy. And then, and I go, 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗂𝗍. I go, 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗂𝗍. And he goes, I'm a 4-star fucking general with an army behind me, ready to start marching on my command. That's how many people hate him. He has zero support outside of you, zilch. Maybe one day you will realize that. I don't even, so it's just stupid. It's just stupid. I think this whole Jason Broyles hate that people have is stupid and unfair, to be perfectly honest with you. And believe me, yes, this is somebody who has criticized Jason many times before, right? You can say what you want about him. Predator, give me a fucking break. Give me a break, you know? Anyway. I mean, you can say this. Some, you know, people say this. Oh, it gives me creepy vibes, whatever. Like, creepy vibes is different from, and I'm going to be honest. Like, I think that people are saying that because of what he looks like. And I'm not trying to shit on the man or anything like that, but I think that you're doing it just based on his appearance. That's just what I think. Like, he's a 50-year-old bald man. So, like, let's face it, you know, if somebody else was sending those same messages and they weren't a 50-year-old bald guy, would you call it creepy? Would you? Or would you call it like foreplay? I'm just saying. Anyway, a couple more to get through it. Nicole sends $5 and goes, hey, daddy, please remind everyone to join Big Dick Diaries, aka Sex Cult, on Thursday nights are a vibe. You won't regret it. It got nasty on Thursday night in Sex Cult. It got real nasty. There was a lot of disclaimers. There was a lot. I don't even remember what we started talking about, but we got into all sorts of nasty shit, and it got exciting at times and fun and playful. But yeah, you guys should join Sex Cult if you haven't already. Ian sends $10, goes, Dr. Turtleboy, when you're in power, you can piss off whoever you like. I see what you did there, Ian. I see what you did there. Okay, let me see if we have a Cash App here. I think I had a couple. Mary sends $5, goes, I found Jen's name mentioned. Or no, it's an old one. Oh, we got one from Katie. Sends $20, goes, listen, Turtle, keep fighting the janky ratchet trash. Will do. Thank you very much. All right, cool. If anybody else wants to send any Turtle Chats in, you click at the link at the top for Turtle Chat, or you can cash at me at $UncleTurtleboy. All right, cool. Let's just jump right into this, shall we? So, real quick, what we got to talk about is the fake victims hostage video that she released today. Have you guys seen this? Everyone's talking about this, and I hate even giving this broad attention, but this is too good not to share. Will did a whole thing on this already, and it's just too funny. So she has released a hostage video, and it says, am I the drama? Yep, she is. Okay. And so, oh, this is so bad, dude. Like, are you guys ready for this? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, please don't judge me, guys. Please don't judge me. I just want to get that out of the way because this reflects poorly on me. This like I did it. I did it many times. And I'm not my proudest. She didn't look like this. I just want to be very clear about this. She didn't look like this. This is not, I would not have done it. If she presented herself like this, I would have been like, okay. So never talking to you again. But she was more attractive. I swear to God, don't think less of me because of this. And like, she didn't sound like this. I swear to God, like this is what she looks like without Turtleboy in like, this is what life looks like when Turtleboy is removed from it. This is what it turns you into. And it's not pretty. The filler, I don't even know, the hair. There's a lot going on here we got to talk about. All right, here we go.
Today is Saturday, September 20th, 2025.
Okay.
I'm trying to decide how I'm going to go about doing this. Let me first be clear that the series of video clips that I'm about to put out there, the series of
video clips, it's going to be a series.
The truthful statements that I'm about to put out there. And you can, I know everybody, the turtle riders are going to say that I'm not going to, you just might want to.
First of all, why would anybody believe anything this person says is truthful ever? This bitch made up a fake baby. She fake aborted it twice. Okay. She lied about being assaulted on a couch, willingly sent me to jail, just lies about literally everything. But now the truth, now it's finally time for the truth to come out, apparently. Okay.
Listen though to what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Let me be clear that the series of things that I'm about to start putting out there have nothing to do with Aidan Kearney, or the ones that I'm going to start putting out there.
Nothing to do with me. Okay.
Are going to have no relevance.
Oh, good. So
nothing to do with Aidan Kearney.
Okay. So
they're instead going to have to do with.
First of all, imagine, oh my God, see everything about this, like the bags under the eyes, those were not there. Those are big. Those are, bro, this is like Marlboro Red's face right here. This is not good. Not good. The hair on the side, like, can we get some conditioner? Can we get some product in there? Something. Again, what is happening right now? What is this? Can we, she's no stranger to makeup. Can we put a little more on something? I don't know. This is, and I just have to remind myself that this is all over a 2-month fling, like 2 years ago. That's it. This is what this is all about. And she cannot fucking get over it and move. Like, we're still here. We're still fucking here. She's like, this is not about Aidan Kearney. And then you'll see it's the entire fucking thing's about me.
I have to be careful how I word things now.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Yep.
They're going to have to do with
the
police officers.
Oh, okay.
Who were involved.
So
who should have been trusted.
Oh, they should have been trusted. Oh.
Who I have raised my children to believe could be trusted.
Yeah, she really raises the children well there. But she wants, this is about, so she's saying the police, she trusted the police. Is she high? She fought, again, this woman met me because she sent herself a picture in a free Can't Read shirt to me and says, how do I look? Okay, that was a pickup line that she used on me. How do I look? Daddy, I think she called me. And so that was it. And which means if she's wearing a free Can't Read shirt, then she's following the case and my coverage of it. And my entire coverage of the Can't Read case centers around the police not being trustworthy. Not being trustworthy. And here she's like, I cannot believe that the people that Turtleboy was exposing for not being trustworthy were not trustworthy to me. And to be clear, when I went over there that night, December 23rd, she told me on December 22nd, when she got served with the fake grand jury summons from 𝗺cie, she told me that 𝗺cie wanted her phone. 𝗺cie was demanding her phone, and she did not want to give him her phone. And that he was going to have to come in, and she's like, I can't believe I trusted this guy. I was just mad at you. You know, I didn't think that he was going to force me to give over my phone and testify against you. I didn't know any of this is going to happen. I'm so sorry that they betrayed me, and I'm so sorry. She was begging me for forgiveness, begging me, crying. And I felt bad for her because I'm like, oh, they used you. I'm like, and even though I never should have felt bad at all, part of me felt bad for her because I'm a softie. So I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Like, so she goes, I want to expose them all now. Can you come over here tonight and can you show me all she's like, I want to show you all my messages with all of these people, and just I want you to expose them all, and I need your help getting a lawyer. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, how could I was too, like, if you get offered that to look at all that, that was too much for me to pass up. I had to see it. I went against my lawyer's own advice, and I had to see it. I just was too attracted to seeing all these messages, which she was offering to show me. And so she shows me everything, of course, the whole thing. And then she gets mad at me when I won't sleep over. And then she goes back to them. Okay. And she'd been so she knew. I gave her a chance already. Like, I warned her about these people. Even after she betrayed me, I still gave her a fucking chance. And so don't feel bad for her at fucking all. At all. She deserves all of this.
And this isn't about anything to do with wanting people to feel bad for me or thinking that I'm a victim or trying to switch sides or anything. Like, this is a story that I was never able to tell. This was the truth. I was never able to tell my experience that I was never able to tell because of people on both sides.
I was never able to tell.
And two things can be true at the same time.
Okay.
So I'm trying to decide how I'm going to go about this.
Today, Junior.
In what format I'm going to go about this.
What
I have spoken and have meetings set up with people to speak about and I have to decide, do I do this on my own terms? Do I do this?
Oh my God, get to the
credible
point.
Source? How do I do this? This is not about
a credible source.
I am not certain people that are out there with YouTube channels trying to make people want to feel bad for them and earn $1 on this. That's not what this is about. What? I don't want any money. I mean, of course I need money. Like, money would be a necessity to help me deal with
it's not about money, but like, yeah, definitely give me money. Definitely give me money. Like that. I don't, first of all, give you money. The fuck do you think pays for all the welfare that this woman lives off of? Who does she think pays for all that? I'm already giving her money. It's called taxes. It comes from me, people like me who work for a living and have our own businesses and take care of our kids and pay our bills and all that stuff. And then the government takes 40% of that money and then they give it to people like her, right? That's why Republicans get elected, is because of people like her, because we're just sick of giving money to people like this, right? And so she's like, I don't want money. She gets, I would bet in all like vouchers and everything, she probably gets at least, I would guess, $5,000 a month from the government minimum. That's including, vouchers, Social Security, all that shit. It's not enough though. Apparently it's not enough, but this isn't about money, but also she has a fundraiser and a give send go. So like, maybe give her money. And just the self-importance. I mean, I probably shouldn't even be showing her right now because it's like she wants attention, but she's the Ratchet Madness champion. Okay. So there's a certain amount of attention that she's earned. I don't know if this is the Ratchet Madness acceptance speech. It's appropriate if it is. But she goes on.
The civil lawsuits that are frivolous and vexatious that I have to deal with. But I'm not asking for $1. I'm offering this information because...
Okay, so the civil lawsuits, by the way, are not vexatious at all. They're actually pretty legitimate. And if you guys didn't see the news, Towel's getting deposed. He is set to get deposed by my attorney on September 30th. So that'll be next Tuesday. So we will see you next Tuesday, Grant. And he has been told to bring all his communications with her. We want them all. We're entitled to all of them. And it's not vexatious, because it's actually pretty legitimate. Turns out you can't just go online and repeatedly say that someone raped you when they didn't rape you. That's called defamation. You can't do that. And you can, damage somebody's reputation, whatever. And eventually enough is enough. And you're like, I don't care if I have to pay for this. I'm not putting up with this anymore. I don't care if she doesn't have a fucking dime to her name. I'm not putting up with this shit. We are suing. This is defamation. This has affected me.
It's the truth. And I'm sick of...
Oh, she's sick of it. Okay.
figuratively held at gunpoint to keep my mouth shut.
Oh, she's being.
And I've been doing it for a long time. And so this is not about Ian Kearney. I know
Oh,
you guys all
right.
think that.
Oh yeah, she's totally not obsessed with me. Totally not. Totally
vague
not.
and ambiguous
What?
tweets have been about Ian Kearney. They are not.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's.
Let's make that very clear.
Okay. Yeah, nobody cares.
And this is not about anything to do with, oh, she's, because I'm only repeating this because I've seen these comments like, you know, about me flipping, or I've heard, you know, or I'm fearful that I'm getting in trouble, so I'm going to turn on, or as 𝗬𝗏 put it, the scorched earth method, blame everyone else method. No, that's not what this is about. This is about the truth and the story that I am finally able to tell without anybody.
Okay, so we're fucking 5 minutes into this. She hasn't said a fucking thing yet. Nothing. This is like literally nothing. You would think if you were going to do a video like this and it's like pre-planned, you'd have some sort of script or at least some talking points. Like, is she going to get to the fucking point? Is she on something? Just look at her fucking eyes, bro. Look at those eyes. Look at the bags under her eyes. That is, talk about Irish poverty face, dude. I mean, that's Italian poverty face right there. That is Italian poverty face, like fresh off the boat shit. Like, this is grizzled. Like, she's only 30, probably what, 39, I guess, something like that. I mean, she looks high. I don't know if she is. Say she looks it. And that's like when she looked high during my trial with her. That's one of the first questions Broyles asked her is like, are you on any drugs or alcohol right now? It had to be asked. Like, look at this person. Look at that. She's not doing good, man. I'm telling you right now. If you look, like, there's pictures of us together at the Halloween party, at like the Acton comedy show, whatever. Like, she looked pretty. Like, she wasn't bad looking. She didn't look like this, dude. I'm telling you, this is what 2 years with no Turtleboy in your life does to you. Look at that. Oh my God.
Buddy is sitting beside me, like the Netflix producers, when there was a woman sitting beside me.
What Netflix producers?
That had to be present when I spoke to them, which I didn't want any part of. I don't want to be on a Netflix doc. Let's make that very clear.
What?
I don't want money. Yes, I may have to.
Wait, hold on. She just said she got interviewed by Netflix. Does anyone believe that? I mean, she's a pathological liar, so she's more than willing to make shit up. But at the same time, this Netflix documentary, the Sandpaper People, are dirty. You know, they are doing a pro 𝗵𝗏𝗆𝗏 documentary in which she is, in which I'm the villain, which means she's one of the good guys, I guess. And so it is feasible that, I suppose, if they did interview her, if they're doing a hit piece on me, I don't know if that would make it to the cutting floor. And yeah, remember when I announced that I had a movie deal, and then an hour later she announced that she had a movie deal and was like all serious about it? And people in the comments are like, you just posted this right after Turtleboy posted it. She's like, oh, he's copying me. And people were like, you posted it an hour after he did. And she like stuck with it. She like, and then a year later, she was like, oh no, that was just a joke. I was just kidding. There's no movie deal. It's like, she was dead serious about the post. And it was just right after I made a post. Like, anything I do, she just follows. Like, it's just crazy. She really thinks she's like famous. Like, what is her claim to fame? Like, what is she famous for? Lying? Putting me in jail? I mean, just you're being a fucking side whore. Like, that's all she's famous for being. The fridge, like senor, like you held up the fridge. Like, that's it. That's your claim to fame. And then you faked the pregnancy, faked a couple abortions, and like that is her entire claim to fame. Like, that's the only reason anyone knows her. I mean, she's a Ratchet Madness champion, for crying out loud. Yeah, like, she banged a famous person. Congratulations. That's literally it. And she really, I'm this big. Everybody's wondering what I'm thinking. And like, will I spill the beans or will I not spill the beans? I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, gotta think about how I'm gonna spill the beans. I have to think about it, and I don't know. I have to just, but like, I'm finally gonna speak. Because enough is enough. I've been silent for too long. and the truth needs to come out. So there's that.
Incorporate that into my countersuits or whatever, or my potential lawsuits, because
Yeah, exactly. That's a claim to fame.
whatever.
Lost.
That's not what this is about. Money has nothing to do. The truth is all that I care about.
Oh yeah, she's big into the truth. She's
being
big
said,
into the truth.
I have to take some time to think about how I'm going to proceed going forward.
Why is she doing this?
In what format I want to do so.
In what format? Like, what do you mean in what format? You're making a fucking video in your bedroom and your kids are crying in the other room. That's what this video is. She's not doing anything. She's just crying. I mean, oh my God, the face, dude. Oh, dude. I know, but oh, yikes. Not good. Not good. Whew. Anyway.
Whom I trust to put this information out there with, because, and this was a question that was asked of me, I believe, in court under oath, about whether I hate Aidan and Kearney. And let's be very clear about something. To hate someone has to mean that you care about someone. I don't hate Aidan. That's one thing I can say for certain. There are a lot of other people out there way more powerful than him. And
first of all, I don't know if she does hate me. First of all, she has no reason to hate me. I mean, that's just crazy to even say that. I hate her, to be very clear. I despise her. She took me away from my kids for 60 days. She knows how much I love them. She knows how much like that hurt me. I had 60 days to just sit there, and it sucked. So she's like, oh, I don't hate him. Why the fuck would she hate me? I didn't do anything to her, right? She did something horrible to me. I hate her. I fucking despise her. I'm disgusted with her. I hope not. Like, I love when horrible things happen to her, which is like more and more, right? But she doesn't. Like, why the fuck would she hate me? She can't hate me. I didn't do anything to her. Let's be honest. She's fucking obsessed with me. Like, you don't do this to some guy. You're not like still like, these are dates for her. Court dates are like dates for her. That's what I call it. It's like date night with the fake victim. She's like, oh, I'll never miss that. The way she carries around the fucking restraining order probably still smells like me. You know, oh, rubs it on the fucking pillow. Oh, I can still smell his head on the pillow there. Oh, yeah. They've rubbed the fridge a little bit. Oh, it still smells like him. Fucking loser.
These people have been, for a long time, deceiving a lot of people.
What?
And I'm going to leave that at that for now. I'm going to elaborate. Elaborate more in the future, in the near future. But let's be clear that right now, there's no goal here, I guess, other than getting the truth out there. And finally, for the first time in the past 3 years, however long it's been, being able to tell my side, my truth, my experience.
She's never told her truth. She testified at a restraining order hearing. She testified at the renewal of the restraining order hearing. She testified at the motion to vacate the order. We had a trial that she testified at for hours. There was a period of like 6 months where she never shut the fuck up on Twitter. She's been on Twisted Tragedies. Like, she doesn't shut the fuck up. And she's like, it's finally time to talk. It's finally time to tell my truth. And fucking say it. She's been like, oh my God. There's nothing to say. You banged a famous person. There was a fake baby. And you sent me to jail. That's it. That's the whole fucking story. And there was a finger blasting at the bar that happened. Then add that in.
It's the truth that I've experienced about the people in very high positions of power.
Okay.
Without any repercussions, because at this point they've done the damage. And I know there's every time you say
what the fuck was that? Hold on.
Repercussions, because at this point they've done the damage. And I know there's every time you say
I heard mommy, I'm done. That's what it said, right? Mommy, I'm done. Let me hear that one more time.
Every time you say at this point they've done the damage. And I know there's every time you say
oh, that's the closet baby. I think that's the closet baby. The closet baby for like 4 now. I think that's the closet baby. The only thing I ever heard from closet baby was, so like the the closet was right next. She had a nice bathroom in the master bedroom, and then the walk-in closet was on the other door of it. So like you wake up in the middle of the night, right? And I knew that fucking closet baby was on the other side of that door if I had to go to the bathroom. So I remember I'd have to pee with the fucking lights off, because I'm like, if I turn the fucking light on, the closet baby's gonna wake up, because it happened every time. First time I did, I turned the freaking light on, and I'm trying to take a leak, and all I hear, like, I'm like right next to the closet door, and I just hear out of the other side, I just hear, mom, not mommy, mom. And I'm like, go to sleep, closet baby. Go back to sleep, closet baby. Turn the light off. I don't want to flush, because I'm like, I don't want to get the closet baby all fired up. Closet baby needs to go back to sleep. Go back to sleep, closet baby. Just trying to smash real quick here, and I'll be out of your way in half hour. Give me a break. All right. Mom. The kid's like, I'm all done. You heard the kid. The kid goes, I'm all done, doesn't he? Isn't he? One more time.
At this point they've done the damage. And I know there's every time you say,
mommy, I'm done.
That
just completely ignores him. Just completely fucking. Oh wait, what did she say something?
Every time you say that, you think things can't get worse.
Does she not respond? What was that? Hold on. She thought about responding. She's like, should I respond to this child that's telling me I'm done, or should I continue this video in which I say nothing?
Say, every time you say that you think things can't get worse, of course they can. Of course, it can make life much harder for me. But once I become public, and I put this information out there, it makes it a lot harder for them to do the things that they have been doing to other people. And regardless of the things that...
So she's talking about the state police. She's talking about Brian Tully. She's talking about Cosgrove, the people that she's suing, etc. That's who she's saying here is actually a bigger problem than me.
I believe Aidan Kearney.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there she goes.
I don't believe, but the things that Aidan Kearney has done to me that have hurt me and my children.
What?
That I can set aside. I can compartmentalize that and put that way over there.
Okay, so what that means, and this is unfortunate. I'm telling you right now what that means. See that whole thing about there? Listen to what she said there. You guys see what she's doing here?
Aidan Kearney has done to me that have hurt me and my children. That I can set aside. I can compartmentalize that and put that way over there.
So the things that Aidan Kearney has done to me, I can put that aside. Do you guys understand what she's saying there? I know what she's fucking saying. You guys, do you know what she said? You got what she's saying there, right? Call me. That's what that is right there. Like, she's telling me, that's a message to me saying that, like, just in case you were wondering, I'm willing to put this all aside and let it, and we can go. I got a fridge here too, like that's what she's saying here. And to be clear, absolutely fucking not. Absolutely fucking not. Like, that's what she's saying there. Like, that is like that's her passively aggressively saying, like, what you doing? Down for some crazy still? That's it. Like, she called, like, let's not forget, she called me the day before I got out of jail. I got a fucking missed call from her at 2 a.m. that she said was a butt dial. A fucking butt dial. It's always a butt dial with these people. She said it was a butt dial. And I'm like, are you fucking... No, I know what that was. That was her throwing it out there. Like, she knew I couldn't answer because I was in jail. That was her kind of throwing it out there, saying like, I'm still here, you know, like that's her passive aggressive way of being like, I'm still here. I still got your number. I'm going to say this is a butt dial, but I think you know, and I know it wasn't a butt dial. So if you're up for some crazy, make a burner account, and I won't get you violated if you do that. That's what that was. And to be very clear, I see people in the chat, they're like, don't do it. Bro, you don't need to tell me that shit. I spent 60 days in jail. I don't need to be told. I would never, ever, ever, ever. No. Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you out of your fucking mind? There is no pussy in the world worth that. Nothing. You don't need to tell me that.
Because right now, that doesn't matter. Right now, the truth to me matters. And the truth to me is that Aidan Kearney is a blogger. Like, he's a YouTuber. He's done a lot of horrible things to me and my kids, and has collaborated with a lot of horrible people. And at this point, I'm probably accepting the fact that his charges are not going to go forward.
Ooh.
So that being said, what do I have to lose? There are certain individuals that were determined, what I now know, were determined to take this person down.
Oh, let's stop right there. So first she says, what were her exact words?
Are not going to go forward. And his charge, probably accepting the fact that his charges are not going to go forward.
She's probably accepting the fact that his charges are not going forward. She has been saying this whole time, wait till trial. It's going to be a big thing, and he's going to go down. The truth's going to come out at trial, and he's going down. For her to say that, that's all you need to hear, trolls. She's accepted the fact that it's done. The case against me is it's a matter of time. It's a matter of when, not if. Do you think this first of all, that to me, I take that as she's recently contacted Cosgrove since suing him, probably to complain about me, like, oh, he violated the order against me, hold him in contempt. And Cosgrove probably wrote back to her something to the effect of, Miss 𝗵𝗏𝗍, I regret to inform you that due to ongoing civil litigation initiated by you against me, I cannot respond to your inquiries or do anything to mitigate that. I guarantee that there was some email like that. That's what that was right there. Like, and thank you, Towel bomb dropping away. Towel told her that it would be a good idea for her to sue the special prosecutor and lead investigator in my case, and that will go over well. That's Towel. That's Towel fucking lawyering right there. And she listened to him, and now she realizing that, like, oh yeah, it's probably not going to happen. So like, date night is over.
So that being said, what do I have to lose? There are certain individuals that were determined, what I now know, were determined to take this person down. And I knew nothing of that.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, first of all, there are certain individuals who were determined to take me down. Again, look what she's doing there. She's trying to make me think that, like, oh, I'm on your side now. I was used. They were just trying to take you down. That's what this is. We had this conversation already on December 23rd. Like, she knew this. She was well aware who Kate Peter was. That's why she ran to her. She was well aware of who Brian Tully was and Carmela was. That's why she ran to them, and Leah Genduso. That's why she ran to all of them. And she's like, oh, I just realized that they were just obsessed with taking Aidan down. That's why for all the people being like, oh yeah, she was used by them. No. She reached out to them. They didn't know who the fuck she was. She reached out to them because I wouldn't go over her house on December 9th to participate in a fake abortion because I had a show to do. And that's when she decided to get her revenge on me by doing all that. So don't feel this, everything this was not Tully using her, or I mean, he was happy to. You know, he fell into her fucking lap, but he didn't go looking for her, right? They weren't going around looking for her. Does Turtleboy have any mistresses we can fucking infiltrate? No, she just fucking called him. She loved every second of it. I don't even blame Tully nearly as much as I blame her. She's much more at fault than any of them. More than 𝗕𝗏𝗏, more than fucking Tully, more than Mello. No one is more at fault than her. She is the worst of all of them. That's why she's the Ratchet Madness champion.
I knew what he had done to me and my children.
Oh my God.
And I was concerned about that. But these individuals.
I protected the children that night. Those kids were in fucking danger. You heard it on the tape. She was going to put them in the car and drive them to my house to bleed out in my fucking driveway with the fake abortion. Right? And I was the only one doing anything to stop it.
Had other motives, clearly. So, since I have now found out that these charges are likely not going forward.
I've now found out. And
the damage has been done to me and my children. Irreparable harm.
My children?
Irreparable.
Yeah, you know what? Irreparable harm has been done to these children because they live with this person. That's the irreparable harm. And on top of that, they also have to grow up knowing, because of her, again, because of her own choices. Now, when people look into her and read up on her, like when her kids' friends are going to see this, I'm like, oh shit, that's your mom? Your mom was the fridge lady? Oh, fuck. She's the one that put Turtleboy. Oh, she was Turtleboy 𝗬𝗂𝗍. Oh, the finger blast. Oh, wow. You know, she's the one that put all this out there. Is she thinking at all about her kids? If she cared at all about her kids, she would just unplug and never be seen again and just raise them quietly and whatever. But she doesn't give a fuck about her kids at all. That's why she lost them.
Harm that will never be able to be undone. Yes, a lot of it was his fault.
My fault.
But the people that are supposed to be trusted,
see what I'm saying? But
by citizens of the United States,
she keeps doing this whole thing. It's just a secret message to me saying that, like, oh yeah, you suck, but like, you're not that bad. And like, I agree. Like, how about we join forces and get Tully? That's what this is. And offer declined, to be very clear, declined.
Taxpayers, the police officers, the local police, the state police, the feds, the people that are supposed to be trusted.
The feds, yeah, the feds aren't helping her.
That's where the highest accountability takes place. That's where we have to really start to speak up.
Right.
And sure, call me not credible. Call me, you know, I know I've got all these people that want to say all these things about me. Not one of you knows a damn thing about my actual life.
Oh, we know plenty.
But I will tell you
we know plenty about her life. We've read the court documents, the probate court documents. We know about the important aspects. We know about McMorgan's, right? Everybody knows about that. You know, that's it. There's really not much else. It's not like she has a job or any other things about her that are interesting or worth learning about. Like, that's it. That's the life. That's all anyone needs to know.
You're going to be surprised.
Okay.
When you hear what I have to say and when you hear what has actually occurred.
Okay, then spit it out.
Actually, the conversations that actually took place. And
oh God, the hair.
I would just ask that you at least give it a listen. Just at least listen. If you hear what I have to say, and then, excuse me, 1 second. I'm sorry about that. After what you hear, if you still want to judge me and say the horrific things you say about me.
Is this video edited? Did she take a break to do something with the kid?
And then, excuse me, 1 second.
Oh yeah, jumps. Wait a minute. This is the edited version? Why didn't she edit out all the shit at the beginning where she's just like, so, for like the first 4 minutes where she says nothing? Why didn't she edit that part out? This whole video could be 30 seconds.
I'm sorry about that. After what you hear, if you still want to judge me and say the horrific things you say about me.
Oh yeah.
I can't stop you, freedom of speech, right?
Yeah.
But I would ask that.
Is that another jump? Is that another jump?
So I and that's the other thing. I get very few. I have four kids that I'm raising alone.
Oh,
so
well, it should have been.
I don't have the free time that you think that I do, but
yeah, well, thank God. you know, should have been 5, but she murdered sweet baby Clay, and we'll never forget him. Love you, Clay.
Just give it a listen after you hear what I have to say. After every, and I'm probably going to have to do this in segments, after everything that I have said and you have heard. If you still feel the same way, great, go ahead, whatever.
I think we
free
will.
speech at it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I would ask that you at least listen and pay attention.
Okay.
And some things I cannot say still at the moment because there's still
what's she doing?
There's still things going on that I have to watch myself. There's still threats being made by certain individuals.
What?
There's still
Who?
a lot of people in high positions of power. I still have minor children, but
what?
And I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you to feel bad for me. I'm not asking you to portray me as this is not what that's about. Okay.
What do you think? You banged Jeffrey Epstein? Like, what is you talking about? What is she talking about? Like, these powerful people coming out. Nobody cares about this hoe at all.
Okay, let's make that very clear. Just listen to what I have to say. And then once you hear what I have to say in its conclusion, then make your own determination. Because there is a lot that a lot of people don't know.
And I love this whole like, oh yeah, I'm raising these kids all alone. Well, why is that? Where's dad? Oh, right. Incarcerated. Because of her. Because she makes up lies about Frankie. Frankie is like cucked big time. I mean, she's got a restraining order on Frankie, but she knows she can still bang him. And because and that's how she has control over him. Like, she bangs Frankie, and then things are going good, and I love you, and I'm so glad we're back together. And then she gets mad at Frankie one day, and then boom, calling the cops. You're going back to jail for violating the order on me. What? And that's what she expected with me when I swear to God, that's why she called me the day before I got out of jail. She was expecting like, so we're back in Friday nights, right? We're back in business. No.
Stay tuned.
Oh yeah. It's going to be so good. Okay. So yeah, that's that. My big takeaway from that is that she said that she's talked to somebody and who's made it clear that the charges aren't going forward. That was news to me. I assumed the charges were going to be dropped soon with her. And what a victory that's going to be. But more so with the McAlberts, that's the one we're really worried about. But she's just, am I interested in what she's going to say? Of course. I'm here for the tea. You know, she had a tweet. I mean, I hate giving her too much attention, but I don't even think she has anything good to offer. Like, she put this one up today too. She says, please do not associate me with Kate Peter ever. Thank you. This has gone on for too long. Ooh, some shade there. Going at Krusty. Going at the crust. She doesn't trust the crust anymore. But, you know, that's just because she's incapable of maintaining relationships with anyone at all. Because this is just what she does. Burns everything to the ground. Now, you know, I don't even think she's got, I mean, what could she have to offer? Like, she's like, I'm going to expose Tully. What's she going to expose on Tully? She's the one that went to Tully. She told him a bunch of lies. And then he was too eager to fucking have me arrested for those lies. But she's the source of the lies. So, like, what's she going to say to Tully? Oh, Tully turned over her phone. No one cares. Tully's a piece of shit. Everybody knows that. He covers up murders. Like, that's what he does. Like, now, if there's something juicy, like if she banged Tully, that would be interesting. I don't think Tully's I don't think he's that stupid though. You know, I don't think Tully would bang, but like, that's something I'd be interested in. If she banged Tully, that would be good tea if she had that, but I don't think she's got that. I don't know what she's got. I mean, if I were her, I would just release all the texts with Krusty Panties. That's what, and like every other scumbag. Now, unless there's something on there, like some sort of message saying like, oh, I'm going to make up this lie to get Turtleboy, or we can frame Turtleboy like this way, then nothing she could say is like useful to me. So, but she's clearly like, the purpose of this video was to kind of like get my attention and make me think that she could be useful to me and that we could, I'm telling you, you guys don't know her like I do. This is her way of seeing if we can get the band back together. That's what this is. Like, this is her putting out an olive branch, being like, hey, I don't like Tully either. Maybe we can bond over this and something like that. And I swear to God, that's what this is. I know it too well. This is a step one of getting back together, and it's not going to happen. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Let me read some turtle chats here. Then we're going to get to the other thing I want to get to. All right. All right. Farty Marty sends $10 and goes, what are your thoughts on the Hubert verdict? And what's up with the woman calling somebody else before calling 911? It's all so shady. That's a great question. I disagree with it. I saw one day of the trial, probably the best day, when the dad was cross-examined about why his semen was on his daughter's fucking underpants. But I think the more I think about this, the more I look at the facts, it makes no fucking sense why he would kidnap that girl in the middle of the night and throw her off a fucking bridge. And I don't know what the story is. I don't know why this girl is testifying that he did that. But nothing, dude, the dad's semen is on the underpants. Explain that to me. Explain that. I mean, so he was convicted of attempted murder, but he was acquitted on rape of a 7-year-old. So there's no fucking way he raped her. I mean, that's just insane. He did not rape her. No fucking way. And I don't know how the fuck she fell off that bridge. I don't know who did that. I don't know why he did that. And I'm wondering if, like, some people are like, well, he helped the dad. Maybe the dad was involved in throwing her off. Then why isn't he just throwing the dad under the bus? If that's the case, if the dad, he to my knowledge, he has not blamed the dad. You know, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But the mom, who's divorced from the dad, supports the dad and isn't at all concerned about why his semen is on her underpants. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So I'd like to do a deeper dive into that, but it's just crazy. All right, next. Lori sends $100. Thanks, Lori. And she goes, I will be there Wednesday to support you in the First Amendment. It's me in the lawyer's box. Have no concern. I got your back. Well, thank you, Lori. And I appreciate you being there. Front row seat in the lawyer's box. I love you. Thank you. Suzanne sends $10 and goes, the Marinille account was one of the most horrific accounts on Twitter. Why are you not publicly outing this monster? Meredith can sue this person for cyberstalking, harassment, stalking, and defamation. Meredith's a kind person, but that account was truly evil. So that's up to her, because you're right. The account was created to attack her, and but she knows who is behind it as well. So like I'm not keeping it a secret. She knows. I'm not the one that cracked this case. I was just alerted to this. So why am I not airing it? Because there's other repercussions of that. Let's just put it that way. You know, it's a domino effect of, you know, and I don't need that in my life right now. I don't need that in my life. And, you know, sometimes people should just, you know, be told like straight up, like the account's down, right? It's gone. And if anything resurfaces again, we can reevaluate what would happen. So hopefully the person behind the account understands what a colossal fuck up they made, and that it's in their best interest to just move on with their life. That's it. And we all can just whatever, you know, but it's bad. It's bad. It was a horrific account. That account was vicious, man. It was mean. It attacked me. Like it was like Jane all over again, like the fake victims Jane account. You know, it was somebody I knew. Like I didn't see it coming at all. I was shocked. I was as shocked as anyone else. I'm like, gotta be fucking kidding me. I thought it was going to be some troll, whatever. It was not. I'm like, that was the shocking part. But Anyway, next. Samantha sends $5 and goes, regarding losing subscribers over opinions, as long as we always agree that Jim Ferris is rude, I think we will be on good terms. He is rude. He's a rude mofo. And he smells like shit too, and he needs to clean his car. Thanks. Clean that Prius there, Jim. Jill Daniels Booger Sugar sends $10 and goes, I saw the fake victim reply to someone else's tweet earlier asking to never associate her with Krusty's panties. That is an Olympic level of delusion right there. I know. Do not associate with me with Krusty. That's kind of what she's famous for, is being associated with Krusty. That's the only reason people know who she is. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Next. Lizzie Fabulous sends $15 and goes, Sue's tweet is confirmation that the mainstream media is dead. Rebecca Lavoie responded to Sue and said, yes, this is exactly how journalism is supposed to work. Did she really? That's disappointing. Newsflash, not anymore. We want to discuss things and hear opinions in real time. I like Sue and Rebecca, but the people are drawn to content that's raw and in the moment. Keep up the great work, Aidan. Yeah, I mean, it's just untrue that you don't report on motions. You know, all the Reed motions was always something new. Whenever anything got filed, in that case, it was news. So there's that. Lisa sends $10, goes, you deserve to be mad. You don't owe anybody, especially her, forgiveness. There's no taking back what she did to you. Exactly. I wouldn't accept her apology if she was genuine about it, because of what she'll never be genuine about it. But, you know, even that. Ryan sent $10 and goes, listen, Turtle, we need your thoughts on Notre Dame's defense after today's game. You know, they beat Purdue. It was good. They should beat Purdue. She killed Purdue. Purdue's there for us to fucking... Purdue's always the get-right game. It was last year. We beat them like 66-0 or something like that. So it was a good win for the Irish today. You know, we have to win out if we're going to make the playoffs. We literally have to win out. But we should be in the playoff if we win out. So we'll see. All right, next. Spammy sends $100. Thanks, Spammy. He goes, hey, doctor, thank you for being our First Amendment warrior. Love all that you do and everything you stand for. Thank you. I am your #1 on Rumble fan. Oh, yeah. Shout out to the Rumble rats over there. How many we got tonight over there on the Rumble? Let's see. We got 35. Let me turn this off. Yeah, hold on. All right, so 35 Rumble rats. Nice to see you people. Okay, cool. Next. And he goes, yeah, we aren't many, but the Rumble rats have your back. Also, P.S. I'm a little in love with microdots. Just a little? That's not surprising. Thank you. Kimberly sends $10 and goes, do you think Cosgrove or whoever at the DA's office tipped the fake victim off that your charges will be dropped? And that's why yes, that is absolutely what I think. I think that she contacted them and they told her like, yeah, we can't, because she contacts them all the time, like demands that I be arrested for shit. And I'm assuming that they told her, yeah, we can't talk to you anymore because you're suing us. So, you know, consequences are abundant today. There you go. Free the Doctor sends $10 and goes, I live in New Jersey and I'm hoping to come to your Halloween party, but I need back surgery and I'm afraid I won't be able to make the drive alone. If anyone in New Jersey would be interested in driving together, I would appreciate it tremendously. Okay. Well, I hope you make it up, but good luck with the back surgery. Free the Doctor. Marinil Sick Cunt sends $5 and goes, hey, you stupid cunt. You Marinil, go die in a hole. # Team Meredith. Okay. Well, take that, Marinil. What else do we have here? Asserin Fish sends $20 and goes, listen, Turtle, you're always yelling at us not to tell you what to say and do, but what about you? Don't fuck the fake victim. Brush your teeth. Don't hyphenate your last name. I see it all for what it really is. You're trying to keep me down because you don't want me to win Ratchet Madness in 2026. No, it's true. Well, I'm going for it. Oh, geez. The next time you fuckers are all going to bow down to Toothless Ratchet King 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗃 hashtag heel turn. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're probably going to be in jail, but yeah, thank you. Heroin sends $5 and goes, white eyeshadow is on the face of Section 8 poverty. Okay, gotta go. Time to watch some prison porn and videos of gay coming. Have to be up early to pick up those peaches from the pharmacy to sell to shady guys. Yeah, apparently, again, I can't talk about the phone extraction, so I'm not going to talk about the phone extraction, but there was definitely in that turtle chat a couple references there that I understood. And I did not know that peaches meant Suboxone. Did you guys know that? So if people talk in code and they say like, yo, let me get some peaches. Did you guys know peaches means Suboxone? I did not know that. For those of you unfamiliar with Suboxone, Suboxone is what heroin addicts take, on the regular when they're addicted to heroin and they can't get heroin. So they just take Suboxone and then they get addicted to Suboxone. I don't know. That's my understanding. But yeah, apparently Suboxone it means if you write peaches in there, it means Suboxone. Like I'm going to come over and get some peaches. Apparently that's what that means. I don't know. Anyway, no, it is true. Lilyline, I swear to God. I mean, well, that's what it says on Urban Dictionary, but that's not true. That's what somebody said that. I got a message. They sent me the receipts. They showed me that. I'm just saying. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. What else could peaches be? If somebody's like, I'm going to come over your house and grab some peaches, you're going to come and grab your ass? Nobody's going to, stop it. Or Xanny bars? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. All right, next. Peaches are Adderall. Well, she doesn't have Adderall, I don't think. Sarah sends $5, goes, fake victims announcement. Tully was in the fridge. Oh, snap. Okay, thank you, Sarah. All right, then we got here. Kerry sends $5 and goes, Kerry True Crime is a nice cunt. Yes, she is. She's very sweet. Thank you. Laura sends $10 and goes, please give me 3 months notice next Wilbur to plan. Yes, you'll know soon. We'll probably make an announcement on that somewhat shortly. Okay. All right, cool. If anyone else wants their messages read, click at the link at the top for Turtle Chat, or you can cash at me at $Uncle and we can do it that way. All right. So I want to talk more about Mega Motion area. I don't know if you guys are sick of this, but I did a whole stream on it the other night, and I just want to, the more I look at this, I like timelines. And so I'm going to make a little timeline with you guys just to show you how crazy this whole fucking thing is, right? About how this whole went down. All right, so let's how can I make it? Let's do a little time. Let's go to the Word doc over here. Start with Google Doc. Google.com. And we'll go to Docs. All right, we'll just do we don't need an Excel one. All right. All right. So we're gonna put together a little timeline up here about how my charges came to be based on Mega Motion and everything that led up to it. All right. So we know that on April, let's do a little trivia here. What day do the feds visit the McAlberts? Do you guys know that? What day did the feds visit the McAlberts for the first time? Oh, Mass and Cast Mafia. Fucking killing it out there. Loving it. They're right. April 10th. All right. So April 10th, 2020. Where's my bullets? There are bullets here. Is that bullets? No, there's bullets. Okay. April 10th, 2023. Actually, I don't need the bullets for that. We're doing dashes. Feds visit McAlberts. Okay. Then what day do Does Alan Jackson publish his 94-page affidavit in which he outlines the Google search, the 227 Google search? When does that come out? Yeah, I bet you guys know this shit. You guys are fucking encyclopedias of this shit. Okay, there it is. Kate knows. Okay, yeah, there it is. 4/12. You're right. So on April 12th, Google search becomes public. So we know about that because of court filing. Then what date do I write about this story for the first time and then the world knows about it? When do I publish my first story? There it is, Scott. Scott knows it. The 18th. Okay. So Turtleboy publishes article April 18th, 2020. Oh, April 18th, 2023. Part 1 of Part 1, Can't Cover Up, published. Okay. Now they're really famous. All right. So they weren't famous before this because nobody paid attention to it. Some media reported on it, but it wasn't getting any attention. And then Daddy comes along and it blows the whole thing up. And then Jennifer McCabe becomes a household name. Okay. So then on April 20th, 2023. What happens on that date? Our next date in the timeline of this. What happens on April 20th, 2023? What do you guys think? What do you think happened? I did tweet about it on the 17th, but it was late. Yeah, there you go. So Jen complains to DA about something redacted. We don't know what that is. Okay. And the DA responds with press release saying they are going to debunk 227 Google search. All right. So that's April 20th. So she's really upset by April 20th. All right. Do something. You got to do something. That's the beginning of do something. You got to stop this guy. Right. And that's really our first attempt there at censorship. Like, you got to do something about this. This is a problem. So, the next thing that happens, let me pull up my let's see, April 20th. Now on page 20 of this, April 18th. Okay. Next incident that is noteworthy, worth mentioning here. Okay. On May 9th, 2023. That's our next thing in the timeline. Okay. May 9th. Actually, you know what? I think what's on May 3rd, 2023. Okay. A Karen Reed hearing attended by Turtleboy for the first time. And I don't confront Jennifer McCabe, but I did confront TV confronts random McAlberts. I don't even know who they were, but that's like my first showing up appearance. Okay. And then on May 9th, 2023. And this is an important date because Alan Jackson, AJ announces in court that FBI is doing investigation, that there is a federal investigation. That's the first time he announces it in open court about that. Okay. Confronts, questions, same thing. All right. So then May 9th, 2023. How does 𝗵𝗵 respond to this? Anybody remember? What does 𝗵𝗵 do on May 9th of 2023? Oh, wait. I skipped one thing. You're right. That's on May 7th. All right. May 7th, 2023. 𝗵𝗵 hires 𝗪𝗪𝗃 Hyde. Okay, so she gets hired that day. On May 9th, 2023, this is when 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃 writes his first love letter to the feds, asking them to stop basically their investigation. All right. So that's on May 9th, 2023. Like, what's going on here? Okay. Then on May 18th, 𝗵𝗃𝗃 writes them again. Feds to stop investigating. All right. And they don't. So he's doing something. Do something. Okay. Okay. I'll do something. We'll put out a press release. Do something. Okay. We'll hire 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗃 𝗧𝘂𝗍. Do something. All right. We wrote a letter. Do something. Okay. We wrote another letter. All right. And nothing's getting done. So they're getting pretty frustrated here. And meanwhile, every day I am growing in influence and my audience is growing and I'm just not shutting up about this. And they start showing up in person and it gets really uncomfortable. Some of these people don't like it. So then on May 24th, 2023, what happens on that day? Who remembers? Class. What happens on May 24th, 2023? Andrea Campbell. Okay. So this was actually the day of a hearing. Okay. And this is when I confront Jennifer McCabe outside of court. Karen Reed hearing. I confront or ask and Lally to Jennifer McCabe and Lally. Also got Lally too. Although his was a lot briefer. But I did question them outside of court about that. Like, why are you wearing that button if you did that? And like, you're involved in this. This is the same day when Karen Reed gives her speaks from the stairs for the first time, where she's like, we know who did this, Steve. We know who did this. Blah, 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 that one. So, do something. So that's May 24th. So she gets pretty upset about that. And then Jen and Kerry write email to DA saying something. We don't know. It's redacted. But whatever it was, they were pissed about how that hearing went. And we can imagine what they said. You got to ad-lib that one. I can't. It's under protective order. But you can probably picture what they said. So, in May 30th, 2023, what happens on that day? Anybody remember what happened on May 30th? Because they're advised to do something clearly here. They're like, okay, well, maybe try this. What happens there? On May 30th, what does Jen McCabe do? On May 30th, 2023, to try to do something. She tries to do something. Cop killers. Yeah, she tries to get the order. Okay. She tries to get an order. All right. Jen tries and fails to get order in Stoughton. Asks judge, is there something you can do to get him to stop blogging about me? Okay. Famously asks him that. All right. And it just shows her intent there is to shut me up, but it fails. So clearly they probably told her, like, just try to go get an order. And she tries to go get an order and it fails. So they told her to do something and she does it. Right. Then June 9th, 2023. Who knows what happened on that day? This is what really starts annoying them. So yeah, Judge Brian Walsh says, not happening. Not in this courtroom. There you go. That's the lacrosse game incident. Okay. So TB asks Jen McCabe questions at lacrosse game. And you know, it's all legal, nothing happens. And then 4 months later, that turns into witness intimidation. All right. So that's June 9th, 2023. All right. I do a couple other things in June that I guess we could just kind of put in the timeline that really starts annoying them. I'm just going to put June 2023. I make several trips to Canton. All right. Go to D&E Pizza. Remember Chris Albert says, "Get out of my pizza store, please. I'm calling the cops. Get out of here." You know, all you're going to get it. He tells me. I visit 34 Fairview Road. I document that. I go and I try to speak with interviewed DPW people. Remember that? So I do all that. So that's what's happening in June of 2023 is I'm really starting to show up by June of 2023. All right. And because I'm getting tired of like the inaction in this and the corruption still going on. And I'm like, this is when activist Turtleboy is born, June of 2023. And now it's like, so it's not just on the internet anymore. Turtleboy showing up in person. And we got a problem here. We got a problem. Then on July 1st, 2023, what happened on that day? What does Jen McCabe do on July 1st, 2023, which kind of goes against some of her other actions? No, we're not at the rolling rally yet. We're not there yet. She chips her tooth. Everybody thinks it's the rolling rally. It's not the rolling rally. Nope. It wasn't visiting Proctor. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, she messages me. Okay. She sends me John Como nudes. All right. Jen sends Turtleboy John Como nudes. Says she knows I'm in Mashpee. All right. This kind of she gets drunk. She's obviously drunk when she does this and does that. Okay. So that kind of shows she's not actually scared of me. All right. Then, all right. So we got 4th of July, all the stuff happens, and I'm, doing my thing. I'm writing about this. I'm doing shows, killing it. And then on July 13th, someone else complains for the first time in an email. July 13th, 2023. You guys know who complained in an email to Tully and Fanning and Bukkake and Adam Lally about me? Who complained about me? Kind of for the first time. He was really probably 𝗍𝗿𝗄𝗄 by his wife, let's be honest. There he goes. Chip. There's Chip. Nope. 𝗫𝗄𝗄. Proctor. Okay. So Proctor sends some sort of email on July 13th. Proctor sends email to MSP and Lally complaining about Turtleboy. So he's had enough at this point. This needs to stop. So he's getting pissed because this affects him. He's like, this is just trying to cover up a murder here and not have anyone complain about it. What the fuck? All right. So then on July 16th, so he gets a complaint from Proctor now is telling him to do something. So July 16th, 2023. How does 𝗵𝗺cie respond to the latest complaint here from Michael Proctor? What does he do to try to throw them a bone on July 16th? He comes up with a plan. There you go. Somebody said it. Yeah, there you go. 𝗵𝗺cie contacts the AG for the first time. AGO asks them to charge me with witness intimidation, and they decline. So there's no witness intimidation. So he gave it a shot. All right. July 21st. This is a copy and paste one. Okay. July 21st, 2023, Morrissey contacts AGO again after finding out about rolling rally the next day. So that was the July 21st was the day that I announced the rolling rally because I didn't want to give him too much time. And I'm like, yeah. So I announced, okay, we're going to do a rolling rally tomorrow. And he's like, fuck. And so instead of him doing something to stop this, he can't do anything to stop it because it's legal. So he contacts the AGO. He's like, yo, you guys should like do something about this. And the AGO is like, nah, bro, we're suing Trump and shit here. We got our hands full with Trump all the time. So that's all we do at the AGO's office. And that's about it. So you can go fuck yourself with the rolling rally because that shit's not illegal. So that's July 21st. Then on July 22nd, what happens on July 22nd, 2023? Of course, the rolling rally takes place. Completely peaceful. Everyone has fun. Lemonade stand outside Proctor's. Okay? It was a beautiful day. July 22nd, 2023. So then July 24th, 2023 happens. And what does Jenny do? Or what do you think she does? The rolling rally really pissed them off. That was like, that set them off. They did not like the rolling rally at all. That was like the other shit, lacrosse games, whatever. When the rolling rally was fun. It was like the funnest day. It was a beautiful day. And we did a full tour of Canton. I gave everyone a full tour of Canton and Norwood. We started at the Norwood Shaws and we went to Brian Albert's house. Then we went to Proctor's house. And then we went to Julie Nagel's house. And it was like the stars of Canton. It was like going on a star tour. There was no, I told they knew I was coming. So why would they even stick around if they were scared? And it was peaceful. We demanded justice for John O'Keefe. We never demanded anyone change their testimony or that the trial not happen, or we didn't threaten anyone. We just demanded justice for John O'Keefe and urged him, we said that everyone should tell the truth. Okay. So Jen writes email to DA, likely complaining about rolling rally. So she's had enough. She has had enough. The order, they told her to get an order. That didn't shut me up. She asked the judge, is there something you could do to stop blogging at me? That doesn't shut me up. Then I show up at her lacrosse game. She's mad about that, right? She sends me nudes. That doesn't get me to stop talking about her, okay? And then I do the rolling rally, and there's that. So she's really mad by July 24th of 2023 that they're not doing something. All right? Then on July 25th, what happens on July 25th? Anybody know? Yeah, Mass and Cass Mafia. The sidewalks, we weren't even on the sidewalks. They didn't even have sidewalks on Jen Street. We were just in the street. We didn't step foot on a driveway. Nope, wasn't a hostage video. This is when I hold my first protest at the courthouse. Okay. TB leads first protest outside Karen Reed hearing at Norfolk Superior Court. Okay. This is also the one where I ran into 𝗵𝗵𝗄𝗆 in the bathroom. And he said he was intimidated by me because he said I was recording him in the bathroom. That's untrue. And so this was like a big day. The July 25th day, I had my megaphone out there, my Google shirt on. A guy came up with the dump truck and stopped in the middle of the street and lifted up the dump truck, and it said on the bed of the truck, "Free Karen Reed." That day was awesome. That day was crazy. But that was the first time we brought our activism to the court itself, right? We're actually outside, and there was no barriers. There was nothing. They weren't expecting it. So it was just like awesome. July 25th. It was great. A great day. And now it's like, dude, that's the first hearing that Jen McCabe didn't attend. Her and Kerry Roberts did not show up that day. because they didn't want to deal with us, right? They didn't want to, they knew we would ask them questions, right? And so they didn't like that. God forbid. That's July 25th. All right. August 1st, 2023. Who fires off some sort of text message or whatever here? Who starts bitching on August 1st, 2023? And that was Sal with the truck. He was awesome. Okay. Good guess, but untrue, Willie Lee. Sorry, not what happened. This person complains a lot. This person. Chris Albert. There we go. So Chris Albert, he jumps in. Ask them to do something. We don't know. It's redacted, so you can't see what he asks them to do. All right. August 3rd. Bad day for the DA's office because they hear back from the DOJ, and the DOJ tells them that the investigation is going to continue. So that was a bad day for 𝗵𝗵. Okay. So DOJ writes to Meatball, says investigation will continue. It will continue. That's August 3rd. That brings us to August 9th. Oh, actually, August 8th, I write about Lucky Lochran. Okay, so I'm going to write August 8th, 2023. Turtleboy, publishes story about Lucky Lochran. That was a bad day for them because that's like the first Cantonite that has turned kind of against them and makes it clear he's going to tell the truth, right? And now public opinion is really getting fired up. The Lucky Lochran story was a big story. So on August 9th, who complains again? That would be Jenny. Jen McCabe writes, complains again to DA, asks them to do something. Got to do something. Got to do something. We can't allow this free speech to continue pestering them. All right. Then, on information and belief between August 9th and August 25th, this McCabe members of the Albert family, the state police and DA 𝗵𝗵 met to discuss. So we can assume from that actually the August 9th email, she demands a meeting. She wants a meeting with them, okay? Face-to-face meeting. And think of the leverage that she has on them. She's like, I am your star witness, and I don't like what these people are doing, and you guys aren't doing anything to stop it. So you got to do something, or else maybe I don't testify. Maybe I'm not going to tell Karen. Maybe I didn't hear Karen Reed say I hit him. Maybe I didn't hear that because she didn't tell the grand jury that. That changed at trial. She said that. She's like, fuck you, Karen Reed, at that point. So August 9th, okay. August 25th, 2023. Of course, this is a famous day. What happens on August 25th, 2023? So this is the result of this meeting. So some meeting takes place, and then what do they discuss there? Morris is like, I have an idea. Hostage video, okay? I don't even think we need to say anything else besides hostage video. We all know he tells us to stop, but we ain't got no quit. We ain't got no quit. So the internet continues to go on. On August 30th, 2023, Turtleboy, where do I hold a protest on August 30th? Anybody know? And they don't like this one either. Where do I hold my first protest at this place? People are like, you forgot Chris Albert's protective order. We're not there yet. That's why we're doing the timeline. There you go. Thank you, Page B. Appreciate that. Is that the Page B? the old, what that is the order on Brett. Hey, Paige, how you doing? Turtleboy holds protest outside D&E Pizza and at 𝗵𝗵𝗄𝗃 fundraiser. So that's really starting to annoy them. That was the first day of school. Remember, there's kids walking around there, jumping in the stream. That was blood pizza, Jim Ferriss is rude, all that stuff. Okay. Actually, I don't think I had the Jim Ferriss rude that one yet. That wasn't yet. But anyway, that's August 30th, 2023. Then nothing. So now they're really annoyed. Now he's going outside pizza shops and the cops come. The cops let it happen because nothing's illegal about it. And then September 3rd, 2023. So now, like, they are by August, and that's why this timeline is so important. By August, they're like, they didn't know what the fuck to do. Then somebody gets all up in their feelings on September 3rd and fires out a text message. Anybody know who just like, what are we going to do? Proctor. There we go. This is the infamous Proctor. Proctor texts 𝗵𝗵𝗄𝗃, 𝗃𝗏𝗃, Bukaki, Fanning asks, why don't we just arrest him? Why aren't we arresting him? Something to that nature. All right. And that's like, because they've run out of ideas. So, but they're still, struggling. All right. They're still kind of coming up with, they can't do shit. Actually, let's go back in the timeline a bit because we forgot to add in some 𝗪𝗪 stuff, didn't we? All right. On, what was it? May, I forget the exact date. Let me find out. Oh, it was May 29th. That's what it was. 𝗪𝗪 enters the chat. How does 𝗪𝗪 kind of make her debut into this story? What does 𝗪𝗪 do on May 29th, 2023? How does she kick this up a notch? Iced coffee? In the 𝗪𝗪 we trust. So, no, I haven't seen anybody get it, but the correct answer, she washed her underwear? God, no. That's definitely not something she would do. Yeah, there we go. Jody got it. Okay. You got the email. Okay. 𝗪𝗪 writes fake email, starts rumor about Colin Albert selling drugs at D&E Pizza. All right. So that's when that takes off. Okay. Sometime in, we'll just do July. Let's put July 2023. We don't have the exact date. This is when 𝗪𝗪 starts support group for Albert's, McCabe's, Proctor's. Okay. And starts building friendship. Okay. So that's when that all starts happening and they start getting into it. And then, but so basically nothing's working here. Even Proctor by September 3rd, who is a police officer himself, is like, bro, what the fuck? Why aren't we just arresting him? Right. And then their fortunes start to change. Okay. And one of the things, this is where we got to combine, because the mega motion is kind of combined into McAlbert stuff and then 𝗪𝗪 stuff. Well, let's see here. So on September 13th, what does 𝗪𝗪 do on September 13th, 2023? Anybody know? What does 𝗪𝗪 do? Just going to block this person. Whoever they are, they're banned. Because they're not doing anything productive. I had not been to a Canton Town meeting at this point. Nope, not. Okay. So yeah, on the 13th, this is the day when 𝗵𝗏𝗏 sends an email to the state police about Scanlon with the Scanlon audio. Okay, this is when she first contacts them. Okay, 𝗵𝗏𝗏 emails state police Scanlon video of Scanlon that she says is wiretapped. This is like her intro. This is the first known communication between her and the state police, and she sends the Scanlon recording to them. Okay, the edited Scanlon recording that she edited, obviously. All right. So then September 15th happens. And September 15th was not a good day for the Commonwealth. What happens on September 15th, 2023? Anybody remember? Well, who's Twisted Tragedy? Is that 𝗵𝗏𝗏? Not a different one. Alan joins. No, he'd been on a long time before that. Nah, nobody got this. Yeah, this is a big day of the Karen Reed hearing. Okay. All right. Protest held outside Karen Reed hearing. Okay. This is the same day 𝗵𝗵𝗏𝗃 accused in court of murder. Obviously, a protest is held outside. Turtleboy asks 𝗬𝗏𝗃 questions outside court. This is also the day. I mean, this is relevant to this timeline. Turtleboy christens fridge at fake victims. Okay, that's like the fridge christening day. Because that is going to tie into this timeline. Of course, it was the same day. That was a big court day. So that did not go well for the McAlberts. And so they're frustrated. By September 15th, I think this is like their tipping point. They've had enough at this point. They're just like, enough. They're like, what the fuck? Like they can't attend again. It's another horrible day in court for them. They're just like, bro, do something. You got to do something, 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗏. You're the save us. You know, throw us, do something. Got to do something. So that brings us to September 18th. Okay. And who's all fired up on September 18th? Take a wild guess. No, it's Jenny McCabe. Okay. Jenny McCabe demands another meeting. All right. Got to do something. We've had enough. All right. And something happens, right? On September 20th, 2023, she contacts them again. Steve Nelson, right? Ask them to do something. We don't know what that is because it's redacted. You can't see that. And then on what happens next? Oh, something happened September 25th. What the fuck happened September 25th? I'm getting my dates all mixed up here. I know something happens. The day before they hire Mello. It'll come back to me. Something happens on the 25th. Oh, September 25th. That's the day. Turtleboy reports on Jen McCabe's car parked outside Proctor's house. Okay. And of course, we ran her plates. I end up getting indicted for that. So this is like, they've had enough. Like, bro, he's running license plates. He's reporting on where we're at. It's not good, right? Why is she even at the Proctor's house? Because they think the phones are tapped and they're all nervous and shit. So that's September 25th, 2023. All right. Then on September 26th, a couple things happen. I make another trip to Canton. And where do I protest on September 26th, 2023? This really gets them mad. Yeah, I protest the select board meeting. Turtleboy protests Chris Albert at select board meeting. All right. And then on also that day, Ken Mello is hired by Morrissey to prosecute me. So something has happened here. If you're doing the timeline, Mello gets hired on September 26th. By September 3rd, they had no plan because Proctor's asking them, like, why aren't we arresting him? And then 3 weeks later, they got a plan. What has happened in between there? Well, 𝗀𝗏𝗄𝗃 got involved, right? September 15th really pissed him off. That didn't go too well. Jenny contacts him not once, but twice. And then I reported her car being at the Proctor's house. So, like, these are the contributing factors that happened here that changed, because September 3rd, Proctor's all mad, right? He's like something. And then something happens here, like right around this time when Jen McCabe demands this meeting on September 18th. I want to know what happened at that meeting about, like, what did they discuss there and what was the plan? Like, because some light bulb clicked, and it's not a coincidence that 𝗀𝗏𝗄𝗃's involved now. 𝗀𝗏𝗃's involved now. And for 5 months, they couldn't figure out wait a minute, let's just charge him with witness intimidation. For 5 months, they could have done this the whole time. Why did they wait? The second 𝗀𝗏𝗄𝗃 gets involved, then all of a sudden, oh shit, I have an idea, witness intimidation. Let's just charge him with that. The second she gets involved. That's interesting. Okay. So that's on September 26th, right? Then on September 28th, what happens on that day? What happens on September 28th, 2023? What does Chris Albert do? You got it. He applies for an order, gets denied, says he's a big First Amendment guy. Doesn't work. Okay. Oh, and this is also a good point, Janelle. That's a good point. Janelle Webb, that's the day that I think you got visited on the 27th, didn't you, Janelle? I think that's the 27th. I'm going to add that in there. So Janelle Webb is the dispatcher who ran a license plate for me that she didn't know who it belonged to. And then she ran it and turned out it belonged to Jennifer McCabe, thus proving that Jennifer McCabe was at the Proctor's house. All right. It was the 28th. Okay. You would know better than me. We'll stick with that then. Okay. We'll say the 28th then. Well, you would know better than me. And that's when when I heard that happened, when they visited Janelle Webb, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? That's when I knew I'm going to be arrested eventually. Like something's happening here. They are talking to Lucky Loughran about wiretapping. They're asking him about that. Will you and then they visit her at work and they're like, okay, something's happening here. So then September 29th happens. What happened? What does 𝗵𝗺cie do on September 29th? Yeah, she was charged. She was indicted. Then they forgot to charge her, and then they charged her, and then the charges were dropped because the conspiracy charges with me were dismissed too. So there you go. Kate, you know this shit. You're a fucking encyclopedia of this shit. Well done, lady. All right. 𝗵𝗺cie uses burner email to demand Stoughton Court fire Michelle Littlefield after Jen McCabe complains. All right, so that happens on September 29th. Now, we're way past the hostage for there. All right. So then, also on September 29th, 𝗵𝗄𝗄 has an interesting tweet that day. What does 𝗵𝗄𝗄 tweet on September 29th? Yep, there you go. 𝗵𝗄𝗄 tweets, I will be arrested October 10th. After texting with who? Who was she texting with on September 29th? That made her feel confident that I was going to be arrested on October 10th. No fake victim. Yeah, there you go. 𝗵𝗂𝗄𝗆. Everybody thinks it's Tully. It's actually 𝗵𝗂𝗄𝗆. 𝗫𝗄𝗄, as she calls him. After texting with 𝗵𝗂𝗄𝗆. So September 29th, she feels pretty confident I'm going to be arrested and announces it. All right. So that brings us to, are we up to my arrest now? I mean, what happens between then? You know, they end up getting the warrants. You know, they go in front of the court. They get the warrants to get, search my house and all this shit. They get them all signed off and blah, 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 blah. September 29th, she says that. Yeah, and that brings us to D-Day. All right. October 11th, 2023. What happens, of course? I am arrested. Turtleboy arrested at bus stop. House raided. Phones seized. Okay. All hell breaks loose. That's October 11th, 2023. Then after that, more communication. This is when 𝗵𝗄𝗄 really starts picking it up more. 𝗵𝗄𝗄 is at the courthouse. 𝗵𝗄𝗄 meets with Mello at courthouse. All right. So then I hire Broyles and, we try to get my phones back. We try to get the stay away orders taken away, and it's not, we run into Judge Crap, so it doesn't go that well. And on October 26th, of course, what does 𝗵𝗄𝗄 do? What does 𝗵𝗄𝗄, who did she contact on October 26, 2023? No, we got the phone extraction back, but not the actual. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. We got to do McMorgan's first. You're right. Okay. October 14th, 2023. Of course. I don't know how to put this. Finger blasting convention at McMorgan's I don't even know. I think it's McMorgan's, followed by Fridge Daddy, just we'll just leave it at that. Okay. That's that night. The consensual night of Fridge Daddy and Finger Blast Friday. Yeah, I like that. We'll call it Finger Blast Friday. Okay. We'll call it Finger Blast Friday. Finger Blast Friday at McMorgan's. That's a good one. Okay. Followed by, Fridge Daddy night. Fridge Daddy Friday. All right. So that's what happens that night. No, all consensual. Right. And October 26th, 𝗏𝗏, right, writes email to 𝗏𝗏 with links that are deleted now. We don't even know what the fuck she sent them, right? She sends them a bunch of links and we don't know what's going on, but the links are all deleted. All right. Then that brings us to November 1st. She sends another email to 𝗏𝗏. Another email to 𝗏𝗏 with links. Okay. What's going on there? They're gone. All right. Then on November, was it 9th, I believe? 2023, 𝗵𝗺cie does something. After Judge Crap comes up with a ruling that was not favorable to me, that was actually very detrimental to me, in which he was just scathing. He said he didn't like me. I'm not a real journalist, blah, 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 blah. And then 𝗵𝗺cie feels very emboldened by this. And who does he contact? Who does he contact on November 9th, 2023? There we go. Emails the AGO again. Okay. Hey, you interested? 𝗵𝗺cie emails AGO again with corrupt decision, asks them to do something. Okay. Because it makes, I don't want to seem biased over here. So maybe you do something instead of I doing something. Okay. That leads us to November, because now we got all the fake victim that there's. Okay, so November 9th is actually the same day. This is the day I found out about Clay. Turtleboy finds out about baby Clay. All right, there's that. All right. Yeah, I forgot all the fake victim timeline shit in there. This throws a wrench in everything. So all this is going on, and then November 27th. Okay, this is not in the mega motion, but just so you know, this happened. Fake victim sends fake picture from fake abortion clinic claiming to abort fake baby. Okay, that was the what the fuck, and like she didn't get back to me all day. Okay, and then the next day on November 28th. Oh, wait, no, we forgot one other thing. This is on November 26th. We got 𝗏𝗏 emails Mello something. Okay. We don't know what. Well, I know what. And Mello it sends links. Actually, we know it sends emails Mello links. Mello opens the links, okay, because we know that because he writes back in an email and says something back, okay. So he's outsourcing, proves he is outsourcing his investigation to 𝗏𝗏. Okay, so that's November 27th. No, November 26th. 2 days later, on November 28th, 2023, couple things happen. What happens on November 28th? Anybody know? Grand jury day 1, correct? All right. Grand jury begins with Scanlon only talking about wiretapping. And then in the afternoon, I have a hearing. TV has hearing in Stoughton where Mello announces grand jury and says he hasn't been through my phones. They're in pristine condition. Okay. And I also, that's the day I found out that my baby Clay had been aborted on November 28th. It was very sad. But then a week later, I find out that psych, I didn't actually abort baby Clay. I was just testing you to see how you would respond to that. And I didn't like your response. So now I'm really glad I didn't actually abort baby Clay. I aborted the abortion itself. I didn't do it. I left, and baby Clay's still here. So you're still stuck with me. So that happened on November. So this is like when you throw all that stuff in there, the stuff I was balancing in my personal life while all this other shit was going on, it's crazy. And she has also created the Jane account at this time and is messaging with 𝗪𝗏 and 𝗨𝗨 and others using the Jane account and shitting on me publicly while kissing my ass. Like, it's just crazy. Just fucking crazy. So that's on November 28th, 2023. All right. And then on December 9th, 2023. So more, a grand, actually, December 5th, 2023, McAlbert grand jury continues. And then on December 9th, 2023, this is where I end the relationship with Turtleboy dumps fake victim, contacts Leah Genduso, 𝗬𝗄𝗏, Kimmel, etc. Okay. Then on December 14th, who does the fake victim meet with on December 14th? And so they plot what they call bogus witness intimidation charges. All right. On December 14th, 2023, this is when, yes, I see it in the chat there, 𝗪lie interviews fake victim, informs her she will have to testify and hand over phone. All right. There's some other stuff that goes on in between there. She messages me from her son's phone, says she misses the D and wants me to come over. Okay. On the night of the 21st, she tries to lure me over there with the threesome. It doesn't work. Okay. And then on December 22nd, she gets a visit. What happens on December? I am arraigned. I'm indicted. So Turtleboy indicted and arraigned. And then what does the fake victim do? Yeah, December. Okay, you know the story better than I do. That is the day Mello is our only hope. I got to add that one to the timeline. I do have to add that. December 11th, 2023. Mello is our only hope. Between KP and LG. Okay, so there we go. So, yeah, this is the fake grand jury summons. 𝗪lie. Okay. And then, of course, on December 23rd, 2023, Turtleboy goes to fake victim's house. All right. Fake abortion in real driveway threatened. And then December 24th, 2023, Christmas Eve, Turtleboy falls asleep on highway, crashes car, warrant issued, And then December 26th, 2023, Turtleboy goes to jail. Okay. So that's our timeline here. This is the timeline of the setup. And, you know, when you see the evolution of it, it's just crazy. You know, it's crazy how this all evolved. Like, it started with the feds visiting, the Google search. I mean, all the times Jen complains, she complains, and they do something. And then 𝗵𝗺cie complains, and 𝗵𝗺cie complains again. And then Jen and Kerry complain. And then we got Jen trying to get an order, and that doesn't work out. And then the lacrosse game incident, and I start making several trips to Canton, and this is really annoying them. And she gets so frustrated that she sends me John Como nudes. And then Proctor starts complaining. And then 𝗵𝗺cie asks the AGO to do something. Then he asks him again. And then the rolling rally happens, and Jen gets all mad, and she complains. And then the protest happens outside of court, and they get real mad about that. And then Chris Albert asks him to do something. And then the DOJ tells him to fuck off. And then the Lucky Loughran story comes out. And then Jen complains again and demands a meeting. And then some sort of meeting happens. And what comes out of that meeting? The hostage video. And that obviously doesn't go very well, because we show up the next day, 5 days later, when we're outside D&E Pizza protesting like it doesn't matter. And then they got all mad, and Proctor's like, what the fuck? Let's just arrest them. Why aren't we arresting them? We got guns and badges. We don't know what to do. And then 𝗚్rusty enters the picture by the 13th. And it's like, oh, I got something to work with. I got the Scanlon tape. Oh yeah, cool. And then September 15th is a complete disaster for them. And major protest outside out of the court, and there's not doing too well. Jen's really mad. She demands another meeting with the DA. She contacts the victim witness advocate. Some sort of meeting is held with these people, right? And then they really lose it when I report that Jen McCabe's car is outside of the house. And so, like, we're going to get him. So they hire in this cowboy named Ken Mello. And the plan is in the works here. Witness intimidation, right? And they're like, Chris, go down to the courthouse. Try to get an order. Oh, that doesn't work? Cool. We'll get a fucking court clerk fired there for fucking alerting Turtleboy of the public hearing that just took place, right? They plan it all. They dot their I's. They get their warrants. Operation Bus Stop on October 11th. Okay. And then you got Finger Blast Friday at McMorgan's. Meanwhile, they don't even know who the fake victim is at this point. 𝗚rusty's getting real into it. Sends some links on the 26th to Tully. Sends more links on the 1st, right? Email again from 𝗵𝗺cie saying, AGO, can you help us out? They tell them to go fuck themselves. All right. 𝗚rusty sends more links because she knows the grand jury's coming up in 2 days. I think Clay is murdered on the 28th. The grand jury begins, and then another grand jury on the 5th, another grand jury on the 12th, right? December 9th, they meet the fake victim. Right? Oh shit. This is great. She wants to fucking put him in jail. Let's use her. Awesome. Mello is our only hope. Oops. Tully gets involved. Tully sends a fucking fake grand jury summons. The grand jury summons lures me over there. I fall asleep on the highway. Warrant is issued. Boom. I go to jail on my birthday. So that's the timeline of how this shit involved. Like, this is crazy. But Sue O'Connell's not interested in the story. No interest. This isn't like the fucking craziest story ever that would sell newspapers, and oh my God, it's not like I just sold out the Wilbur. Kind of a big deal, you know? So there's that. Anyway, I'll be right back. We'll end this soon. I just gotta be right back. Hold on. What can we watch here? 2 minutes of Brett talking. I don't even know what this one is, but
yeah, you're gonna look up my name. I get it. Okay, but I know how much comes up on my name, and that bothers me to a certain extent, just because my daughter and I were talking about all this. Because I'll be straightforward with everybody here. When I first got this information, I went to my children, who are 12 and 15. They're not little kids or whatever, and I said, I have some really incriminating information on Aidan. They obviously know who he is at this point. What should I do with it? And my son said, well, if it's going to hurt his family, I wouldn't do it because you're going to look petty and hypocritical, and it hurt us a lot, and I don't want to do that to anyone else. And I said, okay, my daughter, who has been much more affected because Aidan has really focused on her, and she's 15 years old, said, fucking bury him. All right. And
ship off the old block.
She did though. Yeah. And one thing that she said to me today when we were discussing this is she goes, if I look up Kate Peters' daughter, the first thing that comes up is all this nasty shit about me. And she's 15 years old. She's 15 years old. I would say, and I'm not trying to extort anyone here. I would say that an easy way to quell my rage and all this would be if maybe, no, never mind. It doesn't matter either way. There was one point when I really wanted everything about my daughter taken down, but the damage has been done at this point. It would be an empty victory if anything about my daughter was taken down. I can't imagine victimizing a child like that, particularly one that has had a rough upbringing.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. All right. Let me read some turtle chats here, shall we? Oh, she sent the my jerk off videos to her kids and was like, ask them, what should I do with these videos? And apparently the 15-year-old was like, fucking destroy him, mom. Oh, that's normal. Sounds like a well-adjusted kid. All right. Let's see what we got here. Some turtle chats. All right. Just one here. I got Danielle sends $5 and goes, regarding free speech, Kimmel was fired because he lied to his audience and his show is broadcasted to homes for free because of federal funding, and lying to the American people is not in their best interest. But are we really going to police lying now? Is that what the federal government's going to do? Police lying? Because people lie all the time on TV. I mean, is that really what we're doing? Hence the FCC pressure. Also, it wasn't done behind closed doors. Yeah, it was done on Benny Johnson's podcast. But you're right. It wasn't done. Like, they openly kind of admitted, yeah, this is why we're doing this. So you're right about that. I agree. Okay. Let's see. Was that it? Okay. I'll refresh it one time in case I miss anyone. And then, all right, that's it for Turtle Chats. Okay, cool. All right. Anybody else got anything to say before we call it a night? Good show. Interesting show. It's always something new, isn't there? It's always something new. All right, guys. Yeah, you guys watched the Dateline episode with Sandra Birchmore last night. It was good. It's good. But they didn't mention Fanning. I mean, it's not good, actually, because they didn't really mention the fact that the state police covered this shit up. That's the Sandra Birchmore story, is John Fanning said it was a fucking suicide, and it wasn't. And somehow that's just okay. All right, guys. So I have court this week. Hope to see some of you guys there on September 24th, Norfolk Superior Courthouse. Be there, be square. Go Patriots tomorrow. Big fucking game, man. Drake May looks good. He looks like a top 10 quarterback in the league right now. And if he can have a big game at home tomorrow and beat the Steelers, I think we're going to the offs. We're going to the offs. It's a offs here. We can win this fucking game tomorrow. Big game at home. We beat them. If you beat the Steelers tomorrow, I mean, the Steelers aren't like a Super Bowl team or anything like that, but like, they're good. They're the Steelers. They're going to go 9-8 every year. That's what they do. They're the Steelers. So like, oh yeah, if Drake wins tomorrow, he is a top 10 quarterback in the league. There's no doubt, bro. He's better than Jaden Daniels right now. He is. He's better than Caleb Williams. He is. You can't even deny it. So far this year, he's been better. We're going to the offs, right? Still very much in doubt with the win. Have you seen their schedule, bro? You look at the Patriots schedule. You're like, who made this schedule? This is talk about luck now. We get the AFC South and the NFC South. We got Carolina coming up. And then, yeah, you got Buffalo. You got to play them twice. But then you got the Jets. Without Justin Fields isn't even hurt. It's like, dude, we're in a fucking field day. You got the, who else? You got the NFC South. You got the friggin' Titans. You got the Colts. The Colts suck. Give me a break. You got the Who? Oh, we got the Giants. We got. I mean, who's gonna? We're gonna fucking destroy teams this year. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Oh, who else? Oh, the Saints. Have you seen the Saints play? Yikes! We're gonna have a great time. It's gonna be awesome. So we win tomorrow. We're going to the offs. It's gonna be a offs here. Telling you. Anyway, guys. So hope to see some of you people. I'm gonna go out and watch it somewhere. Maybe I'll see some of you find people out. But we'll talk soon. All right, guys. You guys have a great night. And don't forget to brush your teeth. All right? Peace to your palm grease.
It calls for data.